I'm kind of over to the side, aren't I? Hello. Oh, surprise baby. I think there's another surprise baby over there. Oh, surprise baby's got to go downstairs with surprise daddy. Oh, I love you so much. You gotta go see daddy now. Go. You gotta go see dada. The whole fam's up here. Y'all, it's a family stream. Hi, guys. How are you? Happy to see you all. Oh, that's not right. You guys ready for some more trauma dumping? And fog, of course. Ooh, my chair's kind of in the way of it this time, huh? Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big guy. Griffin, can you go see Dada? You can go downstairs with Dada and Sissy. Oh, I love you. Goodbye. Sorry. Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for being a member for 12 months. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys. Eric Worry Studios who? So yeah, this fog machine, guys, this is my second time using it. So we're gonna hope that the smoke alarms in my house don't go off. I know I told you guys before, but the first time I used it, I set the smoke alarms off. So I can only do like a little bit at a time. I can give a little like, that's like it. But it's pretty cool. I mean, you know. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so where are we at here? This one? Yep. Okay. Yeah, so oops, sorry, more from where last time came from, right? This video is still in a weird aspect ratio, and like I'm trying to figure out where to put my body. Okay, move this over a little bit. Thank you again, Rebecca. I appreciate it. Nope, I don't want it that way. This is stupid. As always, I'm a professional streamer. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous, what's today, Tuesday? Yeah, happy Tuesday. Let me just get my life together real quick. Nope, that's too far. Okay. All right, make sure you lick the stream, please. And if you don't want to lick it, just like it. That's fine. You know, it's fine. Click the like button, please. Now, I think this is where we left off. Oh, that was weird. I like choked on my own breath. I think this is starting off where we left off last time. I tried to get it in the right spot, so you gotta play it with the fart sound. The fart isn't long enough. I gotta get like a longer fart sound and have it just. Actually, Eve, you're the reason why I wanted a fog machine, because you told me one time you got a fog machine. And I was like, I want one. So I put it on my Amazon wish list, and then my husband got it for me for my birthday. I love it. All right. Let's just press play, I guess. Let me make sure this is down.
And the next speaker I'd like to introduce is a dear friend. She has a heart of gold.
A dear friend?
She's one of the top entrepreneurs
like
in
Bambi?
the nation, helping thousands and thousands upon thousands of people in multi-level marketing.
Helping?
And she created this event, Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing.
Are we about
Please
to have
welcome
Marina?
to the stage, Marina Orr.
Wow. Savannah the Fog Machine story is wild, though. I mean, it's all your fault. Hey, guys. All right, so this lady who's coming onto the stage right now is Marina Worry. She's Eric Worry's wife. Don't know how a guy like Eric Worry scored a hottie like her, but, well, money, probably, let's be honest.
Excited to see you, finally. I get to be on stage with you guys. And I wanted to say thanks to Jenny Elizabeth. You guys don't understand.
It's frozen already.
Pouring into all of you, but we said like
pour into all of us, Marina.
Just in case we don't want to have a baby at the event. We had the weddings, we had like all kinds of stuff happening. Let's not have a baby on stage, so it's gonna be safer for everybody. But this, the systems and everything that she shared, and all other trainers who spoke on different strategies that can help you grow your business, it's all so exciting for me because, like I said, I want to give you the tools. I want to give you everything that you need to know to be the winner in this business. How many of you consider yourself a winner? How many of you want to know what it takes to be
I need a copyright fund.
Unapologetically you, absolute badass, total...
Yeah, the last live actually didn't get copyright stricken, I don't know, yet. it right now it's under review because YouTube just like flagged it as not safe for advertisers. And I requested a review, and they're usually really fast about it, like within like, I don't know, 8-12 hours, sometimes even faster than that. It's been what, like 3 days, and it's still under review. So is YouTube's worker, are they all on strike too, or like what's happening? Anyway, yeah, all this copyright bullshit, like YouTube is just like, nope, we're not dealing with that. Nope. So yeah, I'm gonna need to start a copyright fund.
Problem solver and the person who can win, not just in
Which
business,
actually reminds
but in
me,
life.
I need to
And,
update something
you
here.
know, you probably heard about all different categories, all different attributes that it takes to win. Of course, courage. It takes courage to become an entrepreneur. It takes courage to get out of the matrix. It takes courage to
get
take
out
charge
of the
your life.
matrix?
It takes courage not to blame somebody else, not to blame the government, the parents, the society, the school, whoever, but actually take the responsibility. It takes big courage, because I feel like we live in a society where like, it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's the society's fault for like everything. What are you talking about, Marina? Excuse me. Okay. I might have missed it because I was fucking around with something, but did she say like specifically what exactly she's talking about? Like, what is your fault? Is she just basically saying if anything goes wrong, it's your fault and you can't blame society? I can think of a lot of things that are society's fault. And actually, multi-level marketing only exists in America the way it does, and is only as prevalent in this country more than everywhere else because America is in late stage capitalism, and multi-level marketing and hustle culture is a direct byproduct of that. So the fact that you're even in a network marketing company right now and struggling is not your fault. This is the world, or the country anyway, that you were born in. We are... all of us have to fucking hustle, man. Hey, Max Kiddo 888, thank you for being a member for 4 months. We live in a society, she said the words. Exactly, George Costanza. Like, come on. No, it's just really annoying. I hate this mindset. Amy, thank you, towards the copyright fund. I was joking. You guys don't have to. It's fine. But I do appreciate that. I appreciate your support and always being here, Amy. Yeah, so this victim blamey bullshit. We're all victims to capitalism, dude. Like, even I am. I have to take sponsorships and stuff to monetize my YouTube channel in a lot of ways. Like, I have to like make merch, and like we're all, whether you're working a 9 to 5, whether you are a self-employed small business owner, large business owner, CEO, the only people who aren't victims to capitalism are the top 1%. There we go. Oh, just like an MLM. Wow. Everyone else, this is all my opinion, but everyone else is a victim. So MLM lobbyists, or it would be illegal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I say this all the time, and it drives me nuts. And I'm not going to sit here and get political, like, I don't know, I'm not going to be that guy. But not right now, anyway. You already know. Awesome Cow, thank you for being a member for 7 months. But anybody who comes out and says that MLMs are not political, that it is not a political issue, they have their heads buried very far up capitalism's ass. They're wrong. Like you said, Zoe, the lobbyists, the people, there is so much political dollars, so many political dollars in multi-level marketing, and it really stems politically. Like, if there were not a bunch of people who are profiting, who are in politics, who are profiting off of the existence of MLMs, through lobbyists, it wouldn't be this big of an issue. But it is, dude. It absolutely is. Kate, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Yeah, Ashley, I keep hearing that Canada is like trying to become a second America in a lot of ways, and I'm like, please, no. Like, don't ruin our great white north. I've never been to Canada, but I feel protective over Canada because it's so much. I've never been there, but I know it's better than America. All right. Yeah, the DeVos family. Well, Amway was founded by like two co-founders, and the DeVos, one of the co-founders was a DeVos family member, and Betsy DeVos was the Secretary of Education, I believe, under Donald Trump. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please tell me how MLMs aren't political. Amway, like arguably the biggest MLM in the country, is owned by someone who was in Donald Trump's cabinet. You know what I mean? Don't try to pull this shit. Don't try to tell me that MLMs aren't political. I fucking can't stand it. The people who say that MLMs are not political are people who, sorry, not sorry, have contrasting views, I guess economically, fiscally, then you should. They don't want to talk about politics because then they'll be outed. It's like, okay, well, you are voting this way. That is keeping MLMs alive. The people who do that are the same people who are saying MLMs aren't political. So just keep that in your back pocket. And there are people in this movement who don't like to get political. There are reasons. There are like self-preservation reasons. There are a lot of creators who like super don't want to get into politics because it chases people away. And I get that. I always get the comments from people who hate it when I talk about politics and religion and stuff like that. But like, to me, I'm like, I don't care. If it's the truth, if it's factual, I'm gonna speak the truth. And also, I'm also gonna speak my opinion because that's what commentary YouTubers do. But there are people who I have seen who refuse to say that MLMs are political. And funnily enough, they also fall on a certain political spectrum. So I'm like, well, you're a hypocrite. Sorry, I don't even remember why we were talking about that. Oh, because she was victim blaming, back to the victim blaming shit. Like, yeah, I hate this mindset. It is so unfair. And yeah, there has to be cognition for there to be dissonance. Well, that's asking too much. Nothing's illegal if you have enough money. True. I mean, under the table, it's true, right? Oh, hey, Nikki, thanks for being a member for 6 months. Yeah. The amount of Insta messages you've had from me about it, like, awesome that we don't pay millions in healthcare, but it's about to go that way. Underfunding of healthcare is so bad. Yeah, I mean, you guys have, I'm assuming we're talking about Canada still. Yeah, I keep hearing that it keeps getting cut, and I'm like, why would any country look at America, the state of our country right now, and go, let's do that? What are you doing? Stop. Anyway, this frustrates me so much. Lobbyists exist. Yeah, they do. Pyramid schemes are illegal. Yeah, nothing political about that at all. Yeah, no, not federally illegal or anything like that. It's wild. Anyway, sorry, I'll press play. I always piss people off when I get political, and I'm trying not to. I'll shut up.
No, it's the economy. You have to blame the economy. That's why my productivity is down. You have to blame on this. What? It's the company's fault. It's not my fault. They just changed the ingredient.
It's the company's fault for fucking existing in the business structure, in the industry that it exists within. It's not your fault, dude. And it's not your fault that you were put in such a desperate situation that you thought your answer to financial freedom and doing what's best for your family was a fucking pyramid scheme. That is nobody's fault. Seriously, Kristen, thanks for being a member for 6 months.
Our product, how they expect me to be successful in this business if they just screwed up on me. I mean, I can't do this. I cannot build this business. I cannot build because I'm a mom. I have kids. Or I have a
Hi, gay, I'm dad.
I cannot do the business. All kinds of excuses we come up with. And we take that as a reason why we cannot be successful, why we cannot be the best version of ourselves. So yes, courage is a big one.
Thank you, Carrie.
Discipline. It takes discipline when you don't feel like it. How many times I woke up in the morning, I said, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. Andy's going to be here in 5 minutes. Oh, come on, Mandy, maybe you're not going to show up today on me, but... And she's there, she's in the gym. It's like, okay, Marina, let's go. So it takes that discipline to show up for yourself first. Before you start showing up for somebody else, you need to show up for yourself. And whatever it is for you, the meditation, the walks in the morning, or your time with your kids before they go to school, or the gym, whatever it is. But it has to be some kind of a rhythm in our lives that helps us.
Sheila Lambert, didn't I read, Katie, thanks for being a member for 2 months. Didn't we read a comment from this Sheila Lambert person before, like on one of the last streams? I think she left a comment in the comment section that I ended up seeing and reading because it was so ridiculous. I think she like, what was it? Oh my god, no, it was the first one because that lady, Lisa Nichols, who I'm sure will show up here again later, was telling the story about how her dad got in a car accident or something and then was like paralyzed from the neck down or something like that, right? I'm already forgetting. But so this Sheila Lambert person wrote a letter to God and signed it. So God knew who wrote the letter, because like if you didn't sign it, how's he gonna know where it came from, right? Yeah, Sheila was like, I pray for the recovery of her dad. I'm like, dude, Sheila, calm down. I know there's another, well, I don't know if Sheila Tappy is here, but I see her here a lot, and I'm not talking to you. You can keep talking, Sheila, but this Sheila needs to shut up. Plot twist, dad's gay. How did she get God? Who got God? I don't know. God's not listening. It did happen, Amy. If you're talking about what I'm talking about right now. It was in the first live stream that I did on this. So this is the fourth one, I think. So the one I did a few times back. Yeah. She like straight up just wrote a comment to God and signed it. And now she's like, we must stop blame shifting and we must take responsibility. Smiley face. But like what Marina's asking you to do is take responsibility for things that are not your fault. You know? Yeah, if something is your fault, by all means, be held accountable, hold yourself accountable, take responsibility, right? Okay, we're all adults here. We should all be doing that. Now, many adults cannot do that. Okay, we see it all the time. However, this Sheila person, driving me fucking nuts. It's easy for these kind of people, especially ones who are successful in network marketing, because like they're the ones who are just like, I don't get it. If I can do it, why can't everyone else do it? It's like, because you're the lucky one, okay? But they can't do that. They are the kinds of people who are like, well, I picked myself up by the bootstraps and I did it. It's like, okay, no, but you didn't though. But you didn't. There are people who are putting a way larger amount of work than you and not getting anywhere. You got lucky, Sheila. So don't start telling people that they need to take responsibility and stop shifting the blame. Pisses me off, man. I hate these people.
To our mission on the path to what is our goal is. And consistency. Again, you cannot just show up in the gym one time and expect
we need
to
more
have a
fog.
fit body. You cannot eat one time healthy and think it's like, yes, I'm all healthy. It just doesn't work like this. We have to be consistent with all of our efforts. It's the same thing building a team. You cannot do one time, go on one recruiting push, you bring a couple people, and then you leave them hanging. You need to show up for them. You need to train them. We need to help them and teach them how to go from dependent to independent. That's our most important job as a leader. We have to show up for ourselves. We have to show up for our...
What is she talking about dependent? Like, what are they dependent on? A paycheck? Like a guaranteed paycheck? She's like, you gotta teach them to not be dependent. They need to be independent. Okay, what are they dependent on? Seriously. I mean, I don't know if they're grown-ass people, I don't get it. Like, what are you talking? Maybe I should let her keep talking, but like, to me, I'm like, whatever you're saying right now, Marina, makes no sense. Go figure. These people are saying shit that doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Our families, and we have to show up for our teams. Resilience. Resilience in the face of adversity is one of those things that I feel that most of the time...
From dependent to independent. We're not Kelly Clarkson.
It's just so not fair. Why it's happening to me? Why am I getting sick? Why
I think
my
I
team
have
is
her
leaving? Why
turned up all the way
company is
too, by the
attacking
way.
me? Why
I do.
all of these things are happening? Why my company is merging? Why somebody bought it? Why it went out of business? Why? Right? It's not my fault. But again, understanding the challenge is going to come. The change is going to come. Things going to be different. Sometimes your leader's going to leave. And you have to deal with that. And you have to become stronger in the face of adversity. That's what it takes to win. Because your goal is way up there. And I hope it's really, really high up there. But the path to it is not a straight line. We know life is like a roller.
Did you see that she like signed not only her name at the end of that one, but she like signed whatever her team's name was. It was like Team Bio, some shit. I think she must have said something in another comment where I think we all kind of collectively agreed that it was she's probably an Amari. So that says anything.
Poster. There are going to be ups and there are going to be downs and there are going to be moment of victories and a moment of big failures. And that's in the moment of the failure when we need to remember.
I don't know if I have the
my
playback
next fight
speed
is
turned
coming.
up on this. Hang on.
I just need to become
Gonna get a little
more
goofy here
creative,
for a second.
more resourceful. I need to find the solution. It's never about the resources. It's never about the resourcefulness.
normal,
It's all about the resources. We need to remember that today's world of open information and everything that we have pretty much on our fingertips. And you
Right. Which astounds me how any of these people exist. Hello, you have a world full of information at your fingertips. Like, welcome to 2023. Anyone can fact check anything. And it's really not that hard to find out why we're all like saying that MLMs are pyramid schemes. And how we're saying that sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Like, we're kind of joking about it, but not really. Like, you know, like we know, like, we classify it as pyramid schemes, and the FTC probably would as well. But they haven't been shut down for doing it, so they haven't been like found guilty of being a pyramid scheme. Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
keyboard, you can access any information you want, any advice, any tip,
Advice and tips are not like factual information. Those are like anecdotal evidence. It's no, like, if that is the information that you're seeking out on the internet constantly, it's no fucking wonder you guys are so cognitively dissonant and so just fucking wrong about everything all the goddamn time. Because you're not looking up facts, you're just listening to each other spew bullshit out of their buttholes.
any strategy, any system, anything
Tanya.
you want is out there. We just need to reach for it and we just need to find it. I think my background is the reason why I'm so resourceful and the reason why I consider that the problem solving and resourcefulness to be one of my strongest skill sets, because I didn't have much.
Oh, she said she didn't have much. Yeah, I want to know what her upbringing was, because right now she's married to Eric Worre. They've got all the money in the fucking world. Yeah, I'm so resourceful. Yeah, you have financial resources to do literally whatever you want. So, ooh, so resourceful. Like, I don't know anything about her. I don't know what her story is. But I do know that she's got a lot of money right now. So to call herself more resourceful than anyone else, it's like, yeah, because you married a rich guy, like, congratulations.
Had to become one. I had to become that woman. I had to become creative. I had to do all the different things for me because there was no variety of food. There was no variety of clothes. There was no variety of toys when I was growing up. So I had to make my little toy, my little doll, out of the little paper and draw that little dress out of that cardboard and just put it on that doll. That was my toy. That's what I had to do when I was growing up to have a little difference in my life, to have something new, to have the new toy.
But she says, I mean, I guess times are different now, but she says this as if, like, when I was a little girl, I didn't have an iPhone. I didn't have social media. Ma'am, you're like, what, like 40? Almost 50? Yeah. Hi, I'm in my 30s. I didn't have that shit either. Like, you grew up in a decade where, like, she's like, I had to cut out little dresses and those were my toys. Yeah, same. Same with, like, I had to climb a tree to have fun. Yup. So did every other kid. I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't know her background. I don't know what her story is or whatever. Maybe you should tell us our story, Marina. Oh, yeah, because that's what everyone in this conference has been saying to do. But, like, she says that like it's like any kid who grew up in the technological age would hear that and be like, whoa, you made little cutout dresses for girls in magazines instead of being on TikTok all day? And it's like, yup, because she didn't have TikTok. Like, what? She had a Forky? What's that? Oh! All I know is there's like a little Disney cartoon called Forky. Was that like a toy in the 80s or something? I was born in 91, so I missed the 80s. When I first joined Sensi back at the age of 18, I did everything I could do to try to have a good business. Maybe I just forgot to say a sob story. Yup. If you ask any of these people, yeah, that's what it is. You're not telling your story enough. Was she talking about paper dolls or DIYing it? I think she was talking about DIYing it. But, like, I mean, even then, like, I try to think back, but, like, didn't we have those, like, little cardboard cutout paper dolls, like, on the back of cereal boxes and stuff when we were kids? And we would, like, cut them out and stuff? I feel like I remember that. So it's like, I don't know, if you're eating cereal, you probably had, like, cardboard cutout dolls or something to play with.
So understanding that all of these different qualities are really important in our life. And of course, vision.
Oh, here, dude, Sheila's going off, man. Sorry, I'm pausing so much. We're going to be here all night. Sheila, life happens with God's help and the training that we've heard in this event. We will win and be successful. Sheila, are you manifesting right now? I think she's saying this to convince herself that this is real. I think this is her manifesting. If you speak it into the universe, the secret says that you will manifest it into reality. Oh, life happens and with God's help. Sorry, I missed the and part. So God plus network marketing training equals success. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there are plenty of successful people in this world who have neither of those. So, yeah, okay.
Vision, nothing happens without the vision. You know what is the message of all the greatest leaders? Is there is a promised land and we can get there together. That's what vision is. It's our job as a leader to paint that vision that everybody in our organization, in our family, in our home can see it.
It's our job as leaders to paint that vision. Okay, so translation. It's our job as leaders to show off how much money we have because of our social or because of our network marketing biz and make other people believe that it's achievable for them too. Literally what she's saying is like, it's our job as leaders to show off what is possible if you're lucky enough to be in the top 0.1%. Wow, great job.
And they can believe and trust enough in you that you can help get them there. That's what vision is. And it needs to be so big, it needs to be so outrageous.
That reminds me, I'm sorry. I have a lot to say. I missed you guys. It's like I haven't seen you in like 2 days. I missed you. When I was a kid, me and my best friend Kayla used to, okay, colonizer, fuck. Me and my best friend Kayla, you know what we used to do for fun? We used to paint roly-polies. We would go into the backyard. Like my parents growing up, my dad's a landscaper. So we had like a beautiful backyard with like rocks and plants and bushes and stuff, which is unusual in Arizona. So I think a lot of like if I went to my backyard right now, like it's like all dirt and it's like dead, dry dirt. So like nothing lives back there. But like when I was growing up, so we would just like find a rock, lift a rock, and there'd be like a whole family of roly-polies. And so we'd get our acrylic paint and paint them. Isopods, is that what well, it's funny too because I remember like sometimes we would just be in the garden and just be like, oh look, we painted that one already. And he's just like, yeah. So you know, you make cardboard hotels for frogs. That's so cute. I love that. And here I was just picking up roly-polies. I mean, we were doing that too, and then we were taking a paintbrush to their asses and just color coding them. Okay, let's rewind. Remember, like, when Marina was 5 seconds ago being like, when I was a kid, I had to make this, my toys were paper dolls. It's like, what if she was like, in all seriousness, when I was a little girl, roly-polies were my toys. Wow, same. So, see, you want to be relatable. That's relatable.
Because people say, sometimes I'm setting up the goal. That's my goal. That's my jump. Sorry, audio guys, but that's my goal.
Oh yeah, we
right?
had mud
I'm setting
pies
up the height
too
of like
as a kid.
1 foot jump.
We'd play house.
Yeah, I accomplished that. Look at me, I'm so strong, I'm so powerful. But guess what? That's not really a goal. That's just a stepping stone. There is so many more of these jumps that need to happen in our life.
Is she saying not to celebrate the small things? All the small things, don't celebrate them. Was it this, or was it like, I know it was one of my, either a video I made recently, I think it was one of these live streams from this conference. One of the people was saying, you shouldn't be celebrating the big stuff. Well, I mean, you should be celebrating the big stuff, but she was just like, what if you tried celebrating a post that got a comment, a post that got liked? Like, why aren't you celebrating every little comment and every little like and stuff like that? And now Marina's over here just like, don't celebrate that. You might think you're doing something, but it's not celebratory. No, it's not worth celebrating. Don't do that. No, stop. Okay.
In order for us to achieve the goal we're trying to achieve. So that vision.
Oh my God,
needs
unknown
to be
poster. We used to do that too. Okay, sorry. Oh my God. Are we just... I think we're getting off the rails here with dumb shit we used to do as kids, but I'm loving all your guys' comments. But another thing that Kayla and I used to do is make potions. So like, I remember my mom was given like a bunch of perfume samples, you know, those little tiny like glass cylinders, and it had like a little plastic top. So like, my mom also had like a perfume cabinet and had like lotions and stuff. So like, me and Kayla, we would we would like mix all the perfumes together and stuff. Maybe put like a squirt of lotion in there. Just mix it with all the shit that we could find in my mom's cabinet, and then we would go door to door and try to sell them. Oh fuck! Oh, this shit's so funny, man. Okay.
Goal needs to be so big, so outrageous that when you think about it, you have shivers on your skin. You think about it, it's like, there's no way I can make it happen. Absolutely no way I can make it happen. Because if somebody would tell me that one day I will have hundreds of thousands of people connecting from all over the world to come to my event, to listen to the speakers,
hundreds of thousands of people,
to create the community.
Okay, because there's 224 people on this. Well, I mean, that's what this says down here. She's like, if you were to tell me that there were hundreds of thousands of people who were here for this event, and I'm like, okay, I see 224 here in the Zoom, and then maybe, what, like 100 people in the studio, perhaps? Where are the other hundreds of thousands, ma'am? What are you talking about? I mean, maybe she's talking about, like her Facebook page or something, and they were, like, interacting with the idea of being here. But, like, if they sold hundreds of thousands of tickets to this, and as we talked about last time, I'm pretty sure that tickets to this conference were literally thousands of dollars. If they sold 100,000 tickets, these people, like, retire. Just retire right now. I don't think that that was an accurate number. So, yeah. Eve, thank you for reminding people to like/lick the stream. Yes, please. It is trauma flavored today.
It's gonna trust me enough to show up and learn from all these amazing powerhouse leaders. I could never dream that. I was so devastated in my early years. I lost that confidence. I lost the belief in myself. And if somebody would tell me that this is going to be my future, I would say, you crazy. There's no way, no chance it's going to happen. That's why when your vision is so ridiculously, insanely, scary, big, that's the right vision. That's what it's worth fighting for. Because at the end of the day, most of us give up on our vision, not because it's too big, but because it's too scary. Because
if by too scary, you mean you get to a point where you realize you basically gotta cut off everybody you've ever known and loved in your entire life because they now want nothing to do with you because your relationship with them is now transactional and it is no longer genuine. So if that's scary to you, which to most people it is, or is it scary to you the idea that you're gonna have to keep investing time and money and relationships essentially while you're growing this business? Like, I think those are very valid reasons to be, I wouldn't even call it scared. It's just kind of like non-negotiable for most people. I think the moment you start saying like, hey, you can be financially free in this MLM. However, you're going to have to never speak to your sisters again. You're going to have to never speak to your best friend again. Most people are going to be like, fuck that. Like, my relationships, I care more about that stuff. Or, hey, you can be financially free 5 years from now, but right now, every single penny that you make has to be reinvested into the business. That's scary because, like, how are you going to feed your family, you know? Okay, so that's scary. But, like, the whole, like, I mean, people have priorities. If you don't want to rearrange your priorities to put money ahead of everything else, then you're not scared. You just have better priorities. You are more ethical and reasonable and fucking normal, dude. The rest of these people who are like, money before everything, it's like, what is wrong with you? Do you care about anything else ever? Like, what? I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, whoops.
We don't know how to get there. We don't know how I'm going to accomplish that goal. I don't know how I'm going to create the life of my dreams. I don't know how I can build 1.6 or 2 million customers worldwide. I don't know that many people. How I'm going to do this? How I'm going to have 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people on my team? I do not know any of them. How is that even possible? But how is not important. What is important, why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you being here? Why are you spending this weekend with us? I'm
because
sure
your upline told you to.
Weather. It's beautiful sunny day in Las Vegas. At least it was early in the morning when I got here. So why are you sitting here? Why are you spending all this time learning and growing and taking notes and missing maybe on some of the important days in your family, on somebody's birthday, on somebody's wedding, on your kids' potentially practice or game or something? Why? Why when the tough get going, when the going get tough, why are you willing to crawl through the broken glass? Why? That why needs to be so big, and I know you heard it many times. The cheesy why that makes you cry, I know. I heard that too.
Yeah, this is Eric Worre's wife.
It's real. It's true. It needs to be so big. It needs to be so powerful because when you do actually...
This comment, Cara Dona, to my what is that her why? Is that what she's saying? To learn what my story is. Nobody can teach you that. You are the only person who has lived your life. You are the only person who knows your story. How are you gonna learn that? Have these people not been paying attention? Like, I'm pretty sure we've been paying more attention than some of these people. I just have to learn what my story is. Who's gonna teach you that? Learn that from who? Do you know how you learn what your story is? You remember things. Not that hard. Holy moly.
Face the challenges, face the adversity, make mistakes. When people say no to your face, when people laugh into your face, that why gonna pull you through. That why gonna help you crawl that mountain and climb that mountain. So I know we kind of like, these are the basic attributes and strategies that we talk most of the time. But I also think that you agree with me that everything starts with a decision. Decision, what starts the process. Decision is when the moment in time comes, and some people mistake that decision is like, it's just a moment. It's just like, okay, I was oblivious my entire life, and now all of a sudden I realize something and I'm gonna make a change. No, decision is the chain of events that are happening in our...
Go, Marina, go! She got stuck.
Moments compile, and then at some point enough is enough. That's when we make a decision. So decision happens in the split of a second, but what's leading to that decision sometimes takes years.
Sorry, my children
I hope that today is
being
the
loud
day.
Downstairs. Oh, Marina, you're positive.
I'm not going to be crawling through my network marketing experience anymore. I'm not going to be selling myself short anymore. I'm not going to be, dimming my light because somebody feels uncomfortable next to me, because they're not willing to take charge of their life. They're not willing to climb the mountains. They're not willing to get out of their comfort zone. I'm not going to do that. I'm worthy. I'm capable. And I'm deserving to all the success, to all the happiness, and all the joy that there is in this world. But I think there is one more thing that comes before decision. And we often forget about it. We often don't pay attention to it. And in my opinion, it's permission. Permission is everything. Permission is...
Permission.
when you realize that I've been playing too small for too long. You heard that the theme of this event is show up, speak up.
This Maya person's like, permission is everything. In what context? That is the most, like, non-specific comment I think I've ever read. Permission is everything. In what regards? Hey, Maya? What are you talking about? Permission is everything. What, giving yourself permission? Because, like, they all, I mean, I'm sure she'll say that. They all say this. You have to give yourself permission to be successful. It's like, what? Do they really think that there's a single person who's like, I desperately want myself to be successful, but I'm not giving myself permission to do it. I won't do it. I mean, what they're really saying is, like, give yourself permission to be a dick. Give yourself permission to treat people in your life like transactional money bags. And yeah, I guess, sure.
And level up, right? You heard it from different speakers. You heard it from Lisa. You heard it from myself. But what does it mean? Are you giving yourself permission?
Give yourself
to be seen.
Permission. If you're on social media, I think you're doing that. And most of these people are on social media, so yep, sounds like it. No, you're not being seen enough. What do we need to do, Marina? Wear a big hot pink maxi skirt everywhere we go so people see us more? Because you stick out. My children. You'd sure stick out in a bright ass skirt like that. No, I'm not talking shit, really, because, like, it's a cute skirt, but, like, is that what you mean by being seen? Wear some bright ass colors and people will notice you. I mean, I have yellow ass hair. I look like a traffic sign. Like, I think I know what it's like to be seen.
Are you giving yourself permission to be heard?
Are you giving yourself permission to be heard? Wouldn't that be something that you are giving other people permission to do? You can give other people permission to hear you, but what does it mean to give yourself permission to be heard? You don't. I can't.
Are you giving yourself permission to become the best version of yourself?
Who doesn't want that, though? This shit makes no sense. Who doesn't want to be the best version of themselves? And that's subjective, right? Because most of these people would be like, oh, the best version of myself is the version of myself that has the most money. Or the best version of myself is the version of myself that spends the most time with my family. You know, it's like, everyone's going to have different best versions of themselves. And it's like, why, if that is like what you are reaching for in your life, if that is what you want to achieve and that's the peak you want to reach, you know, what's stopping you? Like, unless there's something, like, seriously messed up in the way, like, I don't know, MLMs. This just makes no sense. Like, contextually, like, in the English language, this makes no sense.
That's what this event means. That's why we chose these slogans, because we want to show you how to be seen. We want to encourage you to be heard.
My children are very happy.
We want to inspire you to become the best version of yourself. You know, it took me time to give myself permissions, because today I finally, actually several years ago, I finally gave myself permission to build my dream home. To build the $20 million home. Some of you already seen it, and those of you platinum members, you're gonna see it tomorrow at
Jules.
Oscar's party. I hope you're gonna love it. But that took me years to build, 4 to be precise. It took a lot of stressful nights. It took a lot of overwhelm and challenges and dealing with construction, and the budget blew up several times from what I expected, and the money at the end that I didn't have, because it was supposed to be way, way, way cheaper home. It just ended up being more expensive and take longer and take longer. But I gave myself permission. It's okay. I'll make mistakes. I don't speak construction language. I learned a lot.
Giving yourself permission to make mistakes, I guess, well, I mean, mistakes are going to be made whether you give yourself permission or not. You know what I mean? You're not giving yourself permission to make mistakes. You're going to do those regardless. But, like, I guess you could give yourself permission to forgive yourself for those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. Po Buddy's nerfect, okay?
But I also recognize that common sense is not very common, especially in construction business.
Hold on. What? Did I just hear that correctly? Is she throwing shade at the construction business? Oh, have you done construction a day in your life, Marina? I'm gonna guess no. All right. So who are you to say what common sense is in construction? Like, you don't know the ins and outs of it at all. Speaking of common sense, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we all kind of collectively share very similar views here because, you know, we've been called a cult before, the anti-MLM cult. We all think the same and none of us are individuals. I'm just kidding. That's a freaking joke. We're not a cult, but we all have to share similar views on a lot of things because of how convoluted the whole MLM mess is in society. But common sense, like, to all of us here, like, we listen to them and like none of this makes sense to any of us because it's all bullshit. And it's like, you know what common sense is don't take advantage of people. Be like, have your priorities straight. Money should not be your top priority, you know? Like, common sense, I don't know, fact checking. She was just like going off and being like, you know, you have the internet at your fingertips. You can find all the advice and the tips that you want. It's like, okay, but that's not fact checking. That's not factual. You're talking about like anecdotes and taking advice from people who may or may not be qualified to be giving that advice. They don't know what common sense is. They have no common sense. Hi, Erin. Erin, you're in here? I saw someone tag Erin, but I don't see her. Why don't I see her? Oh no, that's just Eve. Anyway, hi, Erin, if you're here. Well, common sense is not all that common. That's what she just said. But then she was like in the construction business. And I'm like, well, I might have paused her too early. She watched HGTV, so. Yeah, that's right. I have common sense about construction because I watched Trading Spaces one time. No, my parents used to love Trading Spaces. I used to watch it all the time. So I have common sense. No, it's almost like, you know, going to school to learn a trade and like dedicating so much time to getting an education about that thing. And then like juxtaposing that with somebody who knows nothing. Oh, sorry. With somebody who knows nothing about your trade, and but also at the same time expecting them to like know what's common sense to you because you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm getting everything confused. But yeah, no, Trading Spaces is the shit, man. Oh, countless twat waffle thing. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're not being a silent viewer right now. I appreciate that. Anyway, sorry, we'll press play. I have word vomit right now.
But guess what? It's okay. At the end of the day, my home was worth it. It's beautiful, cozy home for my family.
Is she bragging about her house right now? Have you guys seen the Worry's house? Like, I mean, I think because he holds events there, right? Like, I've seen like Jessie Lee Ward's like videos and stuff of her being like, oh, I'm at Eric Worry's house, and it's like a huge fucking mansion. What is cozy about a mansion? First of all, I think I wouldn't call that cozy. I would call like a cottage cozy, okay? Not a fucking mansion. But anyway, like, how materialistic can you be? All of this stuff is so worth it for my beautiful home. That was your peak? That was your goal? Was that was the first thing you thought of when you were talking about all your hardships, everything you went through? It was all worth it for my mansion. What about your family? What about your marriage? What about your friends? See, that's why I'm like, these people are not normal people. They prioritize money, material things, fancy houses, fancy cars, memberships to the country club, like all those kind of things. Like maybe we're just like on different planes of reality from these people, which I think we might be. But to me, I'm like, I would not, like, yeah, I'm thankful for the roof over my head. Of course I am. But I'm not, like, if someone says, you know, what was every struggle you went to get to where you are in this very moment, was it worth it? The first things I'm thinking of are, like, my family, right? The first things I'm thinking of are my kids. I'm like, yeah, I would do it all over again as long as I can still have them. You know what I mean? For her, she's like, oh yeah, my mansion? Yeah. Old mansions are very neat. Yeah. There's this place in Phoenix called Wrigley Manor, and it's by the guy who made Wrigley gum, like juicy fruit and shit. I think he has like this giant mansion, and you can have brunch at it. I had brunch at it with my husband. It was very expensive, but it was like really, really fun, and it was cool. And you get to go on like a tour of all the old rooms and stuff. Oh, it's so cool. However, this is not an old mansion that she's living in. You know, this isn't like the Winchester Manor, you know? She lives in a giant ass mansion in Las Vegas that I'm assuming she had it built custom built, probably, because she was talking about how stupid construction workers are. There's no common sense in the construction business. What the fuck do you know, Marina? God. I can't.
For the laughs and cheers and happiness and prosperity. So all the challenges that came with it, it all was worth it. I built this studio.
Is it worth it? Let me work.
This was an insane project with insane timeline. Every time I think about it, or every time I talk about it, it's like I'm questioning myself, what I was doing, what I was drinking, like what I was on. Because some kind of a high adrenaline that I was running on, that ungodly fuel, I do not know what was possible, what was happening in me, because the timeline was super short. The budget was, they told us originally that it's going to take us about 3 to 5 million to build this. Eric and I said, let's try. Let's see. 5 million, maybe I think we can roll the dice with it. 20 million later, and
she's talking about this so fucking casually. Like, this is not a normal conversation that normal fucking people have. Normal people don't just run around, like, talking about how much they paid to have their house, or, mansion built. Marina, most of the people who are watching you, actually, I would probably argue that every single person who is sitting here watching this conference does not have as much money as you. You are being extremely unrelatable right now.
At the beginning, I want you guys to understand, I'm not a techie person. I still have people helping me logging in into the Zoom and doing stuff like that.
But I thought you were so resourceful.
And I have the system, and I have the company, largest media company in the world with a high-tech facility that is not replicated in this specificity, in this tech capabilities anywhere. And I was able to build it. I mean,
you didn't fucking build it. You hired people to do it. Like, what the? Okay, if you could pick one person, well, I don't want to say one person. She's not the number one. But on a list of people that I would rather die than be trapped in a room with for 5 minutes, she's definitely close to the top. I can't stand this woman. I can't, dude, like, I didn't even know that Eric Worre had a wife until this fucking conference. And it's like, now that I, like, know of her, I'm like, I can't, she's the worst. She sucks. I can't stand her, dude. Holy shit.
How's that even possible?
She has more tech than NASA, yeah.
I had to lead the team of amazing tech-savvy men, and I had to tell them what to do.
You did not tell people who are educated and trained to know technology to the point where they built this fucking thing for you, you didn't tell them what to do. Because you didn't know what to do. If you knew what to do and how to do it, you probably would have done it yourself. Save some money. You don't have to pay a crew. Come on. No, Marina, don't sit here and act like you knew how to do this shit and you just like pointed around and said, now you go do that. No, you hired people to do it for you because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing because it's not your trade. This isn't a matter of common sense. This is a matter of like, it's a service. You hired people for a service. Like, yeah, she's delusional as fuck, Amy, huh? She Karen'd the construction crew. Yup. Yeah, she freaking did. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have to boss around these dumb construction workers. It was so hard. I'm amazing. Exactly, dude.
And I had to tell them how to do things.
No, you didn't.
This is crazy. You kidding me? I was like, I had no clue. When they started throwing all these fancy words, a GSM card and that card and this.
Okay, so first of all, she's bragging about shit that no one's buying this, right? Please tell me no one's buying this. Seriously, she's like, they were throwing around all these fancy words, and it's like, okay, you didn't know what those fancy words were because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
This bulkhead and that. I was like, are you still speaking English? Are we still on the same page? I lost you like an hour ago.
Because they're professionals. And what probably was going on is she was probably trying to boss people around, and they were just like, no ma'am, we know what we're doing. We're gonna grab this thing and this thing. And she's probably just like, I don't know what that is. Are you even speaking English? I don't even know what you're talking about. But just go do that. It's like, okay, I'm trying to, but you won't let me do my job in the way that like is properly ending. Fuck this girl. I can't stand her.
Because like I do not understand any of what you're saying right now. I had a conversation with Yamaha, and when I told them, it's like, this is what I'm trying to build, and this is what we're doing here. And I was like, okay, so what's the timeline on your project? 12 months, 24 months? I was like, no, 3 weeks from now. They're just like, you're insane. It's not possible. It's
your
not
stupid
going
fault.
to happen. And guess what? It did. I had so many...
Because you Karen'd out on their asses, and you probably were like, hey, I'm very rich. I'm very wealthy. If you rush this job, because anywhere you go, usually, like, if you need something rushed, like, for example, I went to David's bridal a few months ago because my best friend got married. I've been talking about Kayla a lot this stream. Love her. She got married in November. And well, so I guess it was more than a few months ago. Either way, I had to get my dress altered because I'm a shorty McShorty pants. Had to get it brought up. I literally brought it in. Oh, LaSalle Story, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. I brought it in literally on the last day that I could have without paying a rush fee. I didn't know, like, Kayla told me, she's like, oh yeah, they had my dress done in like 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. So I'm like, like 3.5 weeks. Okay, I'll bring it in. Nope. They were like, okay, all right, so yeah, we can get it done. But if it were any later, like, you would have had to pay a rush fee. But that option was there. Like when I was a dog groomer, we had express services. So if you needed your dog done in like an hour instead of waiting a little bit longer, because like we would take dogs like in blocks and stuff and rotate through them, it was easier that way and more productive. But if someone needed something done, they could pay extra for an express service. Generally, that's how this works. I guarantee that she called whatever this contracting company was and said, I need this thing built in 3 weeks. And they said, ma'am, that's insane. We can't do that. Unless, you know, we push back everything else we got and you pay us like way more. And she's probably like, sure, I don't care. They probably just like quoted her with the like the rush payment already, you know? And she didn't even know because she doesn't know what money is because she's got so much of it. She doesn't know how to count it. I freaking can't. Yeah, no, dude, Manjeet, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but this video is an extension of the one we watched in the last video. And at the end of this video clip that we're watching today, there is a second part to the same day. So we're on day 2, part 1. There's a day 2, part 2 video. And then there's a day 3. There is like a day 3 to this too. So there is a lot more left. And I agree that it does just keep getting more and more wild. Wait, Pop-Tart was here? Did I miss her? You all tripping shit? She's not here. Where is she?
People telling in my face, you are not gonna do this. You are not capable of making it happen. You girl, you have no freaking clue what you're talking about and what you're trying to build. This is not going to happen. And on this timeline, no way, no shot. I was like, okay, watch me. I'll show you.
You didn't do it. And I'm so sick of her taking credit for shit that she didn't do. Like, that's, we all see this, right? Like, I'm not the only one who sees that she's just out here being like, I did this. No, you didn't.
When I started realizing that it's not...
Oh, the cat, the cat's coming out by your name.
Understand that
when
your
Pop-Tart,
back is against the wall, when you do not have another option, because I did not have another choice. We had an event coming up, we pre-sold 7,000 tickets, and people were coming. Like most of the world, we were crossing our fingers and hoping...
Okay, she said they pre-sold 7,000 tickets, but like early... Well, I don't know if she's talking about this. I don't... How? If there's 236 people in the Zoom call. Anyway, she was saying earlier, like, oh, there were hundreds of thousands of people who came. You just said 7,000, so... Well, she did say pre-sale, but, like... I don't know.
the best. We thought, it's like, yeah, this whole COVID thing is
Oh, okay. You wanna...
Gone.
I can do
Forget
that.
about it.
I can do that, Eve.
Then 2 months later, it's
Please
like,
hold.
Maybe it's going to take a couple more months. Around midsummer, Eric and I started realizing...
I think it's
like,
heating up.
You know what?
Wait, I haven't done
Probably
it.
not going to have an event for 7,000 people. Absolutely not. We have to come up with
Hold on.
something.
My phone
And he
is
asked the
not
question,
working.
it's like, okay, first of all, we saw that Tony did something similar. We called him and said, Tony, can we rent your studio? He's like, nah, I'm going to keep it to myself. It's going to be my secret weapon. Love you guys, no. Okay. Sorry for him. I'm going to build my own. And when Eric asked the question, okay, let's build our own
Thank
studio.
you.
Who's
What's
gonna
the
build
story
it?
for the
And
20
I
gifted
looked around the
memberships?
room and I was
Okay,
like,
it should be good now. Ready?
I guess I have to do that because nobody else on my team had any clue either. So I volunteered myself, not
stinky
having
in here
any
now.
idea what I'm signing up myself. But I gave myself permission
Yeah, thank you. That's
to
so
fail
that's so
along the
cool.
way.
Thank you for doing
I
that.
gave myself permission to make mistakes along the way. I gave myself permission to look foolish in the process because I had no clue. I was so over my head. I mean, I don't even want to admit how much over my head I was. Because I had to lead. I had to pretend that I have some kind of understanding what we're talking about here. And guess what? You would
This
be
part is for
surprised
you, LaSalle.
how many things you can accomplish. Something that you have no knowledge about, no experience, no expertise, when you give yourself permission to take it to the next level. When you give yourself permission to reach for some unattainable goal. Not thinking about the how, but thinking about why it is important. Because I couldn't let that 7,000 people go, lose the opportunity to learn and grow.
What are we
Eric
learning?
and I were
Really?
working our butts off that entire 3 months. We had our own 90-day run. He was promoting the event, he was calling the leaders and selling the vision and doing the whole marketing stuff because his job was to make sure that people show up. My job was to make sure that there will be a place for them to show up too. Because if he's successful and he makes sure that people are there and I'm failing here, it's a disaster. It's a failure regardless. At the same time, if I build a studio and I spend all this money and there is nobody coming, that's another failure on the other side. So we had to trust ourselves. We had to trust each other to make sure that we are running and gunning with all of our capacities without...
Yes, Elizabeth, thank you for bringing this up because I don't think enough people know this, but you have to, so when subs are getting gifted and you're here in the live chat hoping you're going to get a gifted sub, you actually have to, like, there's like a setting that you have to turn on, like, to allow gifted subs to your account. So I'm not sure exactly where that's at. I think you might be able to do that from whatever page you're on right now. Like, this page that you're watching this live stream on, I think. I could be wrong, though. It might be in, like, your YouTube settings, but yeah. Do that.
Without our limitations, without the blame, without any of that stuff, to make sure that we can achieve this goal. And I remember every single night, those of you who've been in my house, you know I love my outdoor TV. That's where Eric and I spend most of our nights. And I remember every single night, after sometimes 12, 14-hour days, we would come outside, I would pour myself a glass of wine, and I would stare at the TV. Not because I wanted to watch anything, I just couldn't do anything else. So I was just staring at that huge screen, and I would look at him, and I didn't want to talk either, because I already done talking. I was like, I've been talking for 12 hours, and he's been talking for 12 hours. I would look at him, I was like, you good? You got this? He's like, I'm good, I got this. Okay, that was it. 17 days of this. That was it. So, recognizing that it does not matter
thank you for
obstacle.
joining.
It does not matter how. It does not matter who says what.
She's frozen. Oh no. Right, yeah, Eve, I was thinking the same thing. Huge screen, we get it, you're rich.
Crazy.
Like, she had to
In the face
clarify
of
that it was
adversity,
huge.
With all of my naysayers, I gave myself permission to live an abundant life. I gave myself permission to make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, something that I could not imagine.
You don't... That is not something that you have to give yourself permission to do, unless the way you do it is by being a shitty person. Then yeah, in that case, it's like, all right, I guess I do need to give myself permission to just be trash, to just be absolute trash. No, I think we all like desperately want to be, well, I don't want to say everybody, but we all desperately want to be financially free and not have to work as much and yada, yada, yada. We all want that, right? You don't have to, like, stop and ask yourself for permission to make money. No, that, like, the world operates on money. This is such a big nothing burger. It's all nothing.
I was growing up in a very middle environment.
I was growing up in a very middle environment? That's not, like, that's still privileged. Is that what she said? Like, she was middle class? Like, she grew up middle class? Because wasn't she, like, going off and being like, I didn't have all the new toys. I just had to make little cardboard cutout dolls when I was a kid. That was my toy because I didn't have... She said I didn't have much. But now she's saying I grew up, like, in the middle. Listen, I understand that the gap between upper class and lower class is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the middle class is shrinking, right? Everyone who's middle class is basically turning into lower class, and a select few are joining the ranks of the upper class, all right? But middle class people, like, I'm, like, lower middle class, and I still buy my kids toys. You know what I mean? Like, I think... she's so fucking privileged. She's so privileged. Like, that would be like me sitting here and being like, I don't have much. It's like, no, I have exactly as much as I need to live the life I'm living right now, I guess, you know? But, like, how fucking privileged would it be for me to come up here and be like, guys, I really don't have anything. I know I say I'm broke all the time, which is true. But we make it work, all right? And I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have enough material things. Like, I'm completely content with everything I have. Marina up here is just like, I was not content with being middle class. Wow.
In a social country with a whole communist spin on top of it. I remember first time when I joined network marketing, one of my leaders told me about the power of vision. I'm no kidding. I took $1 bill, and I wrote zeros on top of it to make $1 million out of my $1.
Yep, that's how that works.
I still have that dollar in my wallet. To this day, I still have that dollar.
So from day one, all she's given a shit about is money. That's all I'm hearing. Like, her number one priority for her entire life is to make as much money as possible. And then she married Eric Worre. How long have they been married for? See, I need to know that. I'm going to look it up right now because that is a fascinating statistic. Eric Worre wife. Wait, first wife. I want to know when they got married. Does anyone in the chat know? When married. Is it not illegal to deface currency? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Like, it's a federal crime. Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing when they got married. What is all this? I don't care about Eric Worre's net worth. I just want to know when he married his wifey. Is it illegal to deface currently? And now we're defacing currency? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. I mean, no one's, what's the word I'm looking for? Enforcing it. Like, no one gives a shit. But, yeah, you're still supposed to not do that. I'm looking at shit about Eric Worre. I don't care about how much money he makes. I just want to know about his wife. But, like, if they've not been married for long... Oh, he has a car collection. Cool. Eric Worre, wife. There's no date here. She's just as bad as him. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted to know when they got married, because if they got married, like, 5 years ago or whatever, Eric Worre is, like, how old is he? Like, in his 50s, maybe? You think? And I don't really know Eric Worre's story either. I think he probably was in network marketing, right? And then became a network marketing coach, because that's what they all do. And then just, like, found success in that. I would guarantee that Marina Worre, her name wasn't Marina Worre before she married Eric Worre, but anyway, Marina probably married Eric after he was already rich. Because please, give me a break. Have you guys seen Eric Worre? For those of you who don't know what Eric Worre looks like, and, like, listen, I'm not here to shame the way people look. I'm just saying this woman is way out of Eric Worre's league. I'm just going to show you a quick picture. It's going to be a little bit of a jump scare here, guys. Ready? Oh, wait. Let me make this picture bigger. 50 thought-provoking Eric Worre quotes. I'd rather not, actually. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Here's Eric. Here's Eric. This is Eric Worre. Hi, I'm Eric Worre. This guy, and this, I think, well, he kind of has more of, like, a beard now. He's an older guy. Married to this chick. Let me see if I can find a better picture of Marina Worre. Because, like, we can't really see her because whoever recorded this conference was doing it while they were sleeping and didn't realize that the aspect ratio was off. Like, she's gorgeous. I mean, fuck, she's gorgeous. God damn. This is what well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Can I zoom in? I can't. How do I zoom in? She's hot. Like, she's hot as hell. How does Eric Worre, a guy who looks like a fucking thumb, I'm sorry, I don't like him, so I think it's okay that I say that. How is it okay? Or how is it possible that Eric Worre lands someone that's hot like this chick? Money. Guarantee it. Am I just making this up out of my ass? Yeah? Yeah? But I don't think I'm wrong. I mean, it's just like, you want to talk about common sense? Like, that's common sense. Are you in it for love, Marina, really? Or are you in it for money? Because it sounds to me like before you had money, all you could think about was making money. She's banging, I'd do her. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Dude, no, she's hot. Eric Worre is a thumb. Okay? He's a thumb man with a lot of money. And this lady, I mean, I don't know what her background is, and I'd be really interested to know. But was she successful in network marketing on her own before she met Eric? Or was she sick of trying and knew that her main dream was just to be rich, was just to be financially free and have all the money in the world. And she's like, you know what? I am not finding success in this, so I guess I just need to marry rich. Listen, I can't shit on her for going after his money because he went after her because she's young and hot. Yeah. It's a sugar daddy situation, I guess, right? I mean, they're both shallow. Yeah. Jane, what is he? I just showed what he looked like. Google it. I'm not going to scare everyone else again. We already had a jump scare of Eric Worre's face once, so. The man from Spy Kids. I think I saw him in the film Thumb Wars. I forgot all about that movie. That's so funny. She's not? You don't think she's hot? I think she's beautiful. I don't know how old she is, so. But I guarantee she's older than she looks. But anyway, all right.
And when I was writing that $1 million check or dollar amount in my dollar sign, I did not believe it's possible. I was laughing. I was like, you idiot. It's like, yeah, right. You're going to make $1 million one day. You're insane. But it didn't matter. I didn't know how. I didn't know why. And I didn't.
Carol White. This comment here from Carol White. I give myself permission to make more money in a month than someone else makes in a year. You probably, I mean, if you were able to afford a ticket to this thing, you probably already do that. Take 99% of people in an MLM, any MLM, okay? What do you think what is the average earning? Like the average across network marketing, what is the average monthly earning? Maybe $1,000, and we all know. Well, no. Strike that. That's like annual. Average annual would be 1,000. Well, let's just say $100 a month. It's got to be something like that. Like it can't be any more than that, and you know that is skewed by the top 1%. So most people are making less. Okay, but let's say that you make $100 a month, so you make $1,200 a year. Hey, Carol, in just about any regular ass job. You would be guaranteed a paycheck that will make more money in 1 month than someone else makes in a year. What a weird. I give myself permission. Like you probably already do that, dude. But like it's not saying much because people in MLMs don't make they don't make a lot of money. Like it's statistically true. Like come on.
None of those things, but it's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it and see what happens. I'm going to push myself and see what happens. I'm going to give myself permission to fail and see what happens. I'm going to give myself permission to stretch for some of the most outrageous goals in my life.
That is not how this happened, Marina, and you know it.
And I gave myself permission to be happy and travel the world with the love of my life on our beautiful jet. And
now she's talking about the jet, okay? I give myself permission to travel the world with the love of my life, Mr. Thumbman, in our beautiful jet. And who was able to afford that beautiful jet? I guarantee that if you had never met Eric Worre and married him, you would not have a jet. Your jet came from your husband. Like, he's the one who made the money. Our beautiful jet. Girl, you are a trophy wife if I've ever seen one. Also, you're materialistic as fuck. And it's honestly disgusting. Like, it's one thing to, like, I don't know, maybe if you drop one little kind of braggy statement here and there. Every word that comes out of her mouth is a not humble brag. It is just straight up bragging. And again, while I don't know what her past is, what her story is, and how she got here, I guarantee that the reason she has the amount of success she has now is because she is married to a very rich man. Yeah, Eve, that's great. I give myself permission to take her jet. Do it. Do it. Is that all you have to do? To get anything done in life, you just have to give yourself permission, right? That's how it works. Please, it's so stupid.
And most importantly, I gave myself permission to become unapologetically me.
Unapologetically a rich bitch.
Gave me even more important permission.
I don't know if they have kids. I don't think they do.
It gave me permission to love again. To love me,
again?
to trust another man, to open up my broken heart, to open up my broken soul. And I believe that I'll find a man of my dreams. I'll find my true soulmate. I don't know when, I don't know how,
I don't know how much money
but
he'll
I'll
have.
find him. I'll become the woman deserving of a man of my dreams. I'll become a queen so I can attract my king. And that's what I was doing. And there was a time when my heart was totally broken.
Valentine's Day, she said that they were together for 15 years. Okay, let's see. Eric Worre. Yeah, I'd have to look and see, but like, I mean, I think he has a long history of like network marketing and generally being good with money and like financial stuff. I don't know for sure, but there's no way he was broke when they met. There's no way.
There was a time when I thought that all I was worthy of is to be verbally abused. There was
Here
a
comes the
time
trauma
in my
dumping.
life when all I thought and all the permissions I gave were to other people, where with my silence, I allowed them to dim my light to the point I did not know it was even out there. There was a time when I was told that, Marina, you are the most horrible mother I've ever seen.
Oh, mother,
You
so
do
she
not
does
know
have
how
kids?
to raise our children. There was a time when I was told, because for a season, I bought into the story to be a homestay mom because I just had my second baby. And for a year or two, I took time off and I was not running my business. And my husband at the time, he said, I'll take care of it. You just stay home. You just be a woman. And when I saw that, I did not really agree with the way my business was ran. I did not necessarily agree with the choices and decisions that he was making, but
So she had a business owner of a husband before. Let's see. I pulled up, well, this is from dreamlife24.com, which I've never heard of, but like when you search Marina Worre, it comes up with Erica Marina Worre. Erica Marina Worre. It's like there's not very many links that are like just about her. So this one says she's the co-founder and president of networkmarketingpro.com. So that's GoPro, right? With Eric Worre, that's their GoPro thing, or is that something else? I don't know. She gained notoriety recently for her extensive background in the marketing industry. The Marina Worre net worth, what? Is projected to be approximately $3 million as of 2023. Just hers or hers and Eric? No, there's no way. Yeah, she was saying that they dropped $20 million on their fucking house, like, whatever. I just want to know how she got so rich. The monthly and yearly salaries of Marina Worre are around it says $30,000 a month and $360,000 a year. She had been making a lot through network marketing, product sales, and other sources, in addition to the YouTube advertising money. I don't know, like, who wrote this or how accurate it is, but that, if she's, listen, it's nothing to poo-poo at. What, $360,000 a year? Like, yes, please, I'll take it. But that's not, if that's what she's doing by herself, then she would not be able to afford a jet by herself. That beautiful mansion and that beautiful jet, the $20 million mansion, this giant ass studio she has, it's not her money. If she is making $360,000 a year, everything that she has is not from her money. It is from Eric Worre's money. So, oh, hi, Karina. I just can't. Is that like $1,000 a day? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Almost $1,000 a day. That's wild. Oh, it says the Worres are raising 5 children. Interesting. They've been involved in Network Marketing Pro for more than 10 years. She developed a reputation for being the world's best vehicle for entrepreneurship. She's passionate, blah, blah, blah. Successful entrepreneur who has been in business her whole life. Yeah, just like trying to make money. And then she married a rich guy because she couldn't make enough. She worked her whole fucking life to make $360,000 a year, which from any normal person would be great, like life-changing money. But for her, it wasn't enough, and she wasn't getting anywhere farther with that. She wanted to be a freaking millionaire. So what does she do? She goes and marries a freaking millionaire. And now suddenly she can afford a jet and a $20 million mansion in Las Vegas. Yeah. Absolutely wild.
I gave himself permission with my silence. And when I spoke a couple times, and I tried to say, you know what, I kind of don't think it's a good idea, I was told, be quiet, woman. Know your place. Let the man do his job.
Are you really going to try to tell me that Eric Worre doesn't talk to you that way, though? He just seems like the kind of guy who would.
With my silent permission, I allowed that to happen. And guess what? I lost that business. That was my permission to everybody else. Everybody had a microphone. Everybody were allowed to do what they wanted to do, be who they wanted to be. All these different things.
Sorry, I'm looking for my
I was
lip
the
gloss.
only person who did not have the microphone. I was the only person who did not have any permissions in my life. I was the only person who did not recognize that I do have power in me.
Here comes the motivational sad music.
I did not recognize that, my worst enemy is not out there. My abuser is not out there. My doubter, my naysayer is not out there. It's right here.
Oh, come on.
Because at the end of the day, when you're told many times, you're a bad wife, you're a bad businesswoman, you're a bad mother,
I hate this.
we start believing in this crap. And I believed in that. And you know what was worse? I started repeating it to myself. I started repeating those hurtful words to myself. Marina, you're a bad mother.
Now I can't even hear her now.
Raise your children.
The music is too loud again.
Marina, you're an undeserving wife. That's why he's cheating on you. Otherwise, he wouldn't. You're not a good woman. You're not deserving of his love, of his support. If you were a good businesswoman, your business would be still thriving. But you're not.
Quinlan, I heard daughter too.
You're a bad business.
I was confused for a second.
All these stories that I kept repeating in my head, all of that led to the point that I did not know who I am anymore. I could not recognize that woman. I was looking in the mirror and I was like, you're a disgrace. You're a shame.
Ma'am, you need to go to therapy. Yeah, you didn't need to go become a trophy wife and marry a millionaire. You know what you needed? Therapy. Yeah.
To your family, to your kids.
Eve, 100%. Yes. People are crying. People have been crying. Like, I remember it was probably Lisa Nichols who was talking. And they panned over to the audience and they're all just like, I guarantee they're doing it right now.
Everybody around you.
Yeah, it's very manipulative. That's the point of music like this. It's very churchy.
It took me time to understand that I need to stop abusing myself. That abuser is not there. It's not him. It's not my ex. I bought into that.
I'm pretty sure. You want to talk about... Okay, this whole thing started because she's like, we all need to take responsibility, right? And now she's like, no, he wasn't my abuser. Yeah, he was. Sounds like it. Hey, if you're telling the truth, if you're telling me that he was running around cheating on you and telling you to be a woman and stay in your place and treating you like shit and stuff, yeah, he was your abuser and he should be held accountable and he should be the one taking the responsibility for it. But she's just like, he wasn't my abuser. I was. No. See, this is exactly what we were talking about. You are taking responsibility for things that are not your fault. And she's taking that and running with it and basically telling everyone else they need to do that too. If you were abused, in Marina Worre's own words, It's because you're abusing yourself first. Again, just victim blamey bullshit. Like, what even is this? And how is that fair, dude? You are just actively trying to make people hate themselves, right? Like, just feel like they're to blame for fucking everything that happens to them. Did your house get hit by a tornado? That was your fault. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Maybe she would be like, oh, that's karma. Your karma just like wasn't, your karma levels were just like really out of whack. And so God decided to punish you with a tornado to the house. That's your fault. I don't. Her ex wasn't the abuser. The one you said was verbally abusing you. Exactly. Dude, you're so right. She did say that. She's the one who used the word abuse in the first place. And abuser and all those. They're her words. And now she's like, he wasn't an abuser. The abuser was me. No, it wasn't. You were in a abusive marriage. He treated you like shit. That is not your fault. I can't.
I gave him my permission to treat me this way. And now I'm treating myself this way? Why?
No, that's why you needed therapy.
Be careful how you talk to yourself. Be careful what are we doing with our words. They have so much power. And that's when I understood, like,
is the music gone?
Who cares what people think of me?
Music's over.
Who cares what my ex thinks of me? What matters is what I think of me. What matters is how I see myself in the mirror. What matters is how I show up. What matters is, do I allow myself to speak up and stand by for what I believe in? And network marketing actually came into my rescue because
Are you fucking kidding me right now? She's actually gonna sit here and claim that network marketing saved her from an abusive marriage. Are you serious? Like, what? Who says that? Who fucking says that, dude? And then, here's the thing. It's like, this is something maybe you should take responsibility for. You got yourself out of an abusive marriage. It wasn't network marketing. It wasn't God. It wasn't some person teaching you shit on a stage. It was you. You got yourself out of a situation. But now she's like, oh, I can't take responsibility for that. I will only take responsibility for all the bad things. And I owe all the good things to network marketing. Network marketing saved me from my abusive marriage. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just like, yeah, I'm in disbelief, dude. Like, it's so delusional. But also, I don't want to believe that she's like, that she doesn't she knows what she's doing, right? Like, I don't want to believe that she's just up here saying this and actually believing it. You know, she's saying it because, like, if she keeps up appearances this way and commits to the whole, oh yeah, network marketing saved my life. Network marketing changed my life in the best way, and it's all, everything I have in my life is owed to network marketing. She knows that if she, like, sticks to that, then more people will be willing to keep shilling money out to her to go to her trainings and shit. Because it's like, oh, well, this is one thing about my life that I don't like very much. And if Marina Wari was able to get out of that situation through network marketing, then so should I, right? Yeah, it's not right. It is so not right. It is so manipulative, but it's also, like, exploiting people. who are finding themselves in abusive situations like this, basically. Like, because I don't know, there were speakers earlier who were basically saying, like, it was one of the first ones in the first reaction I did, the first reaction stream. She was saying, like, that some guy hit her up on, well, he ended up being her husband, I guess, later. She ended up marrying him. But, like, he kept inviting her to these kind of events, and she wasn't even in network marketing. And eventually she said yes, and ended up going to the most powerful women in network marketing. And then, you know, it changed her life. Ooh, it's like, if she was there as someone who is not in an MLM, who is not involved in network marketing at all, if she was there then, there's probably people in the audience who are also there in the same situation. Just like, oh yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Someone invited me. Someone told me I had to come. Like, you know. So there are people who are listening to this woman's story and being like, you know what? That all makes sense. Network marketing saved her? Guess I gotta join network marketing. And then whoever fucking brought you, who convinced you to go to this conference with them, you're gonna sign up with them. Congratulations, you just gave in to their fucking master plan. Wow.
When I lost everything, my relationship was total disaster. I lost all of my assets.
Quinlan, I see.
And I told you guys
fix it
yesterday,
right now.
I was looking for different opportunities, describing network marketing in my head. And I finally said, you know what? I need to pour all of my ambition, all of my hunger, all of my disbelief in my previous self and go back into this business. I finally, step by step, started associating with the right people.
I just have to remember.
I finally, step by step, started hearing the right messages. I finally, step by step.
LaSalle's story isn't in my hidden users, like my blocked users or anything. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not seeing her in here, so I don't know what it means to time somebody out, but maybe she's just like in timeout and it'll automatically let her out. I don't know how to fix that. Hopefully she's not, like, out for very long. Damn.
Started feeding my mind with positive information and guarding my mind from a negative information.
She's so quiet. I have her turned up all the way.
And for the first time, I finally gave myself permission to forgive myself. To forgive myself for all of my past failures, for all of my mistakes, for the missed opportunities, for the failed businesses, and for the first time,
300 seconds, that's 5 minutes, right?
Trust myself again. That was the hardest one. Trust
Sorry,
myself
LaSalle's
again.
story.
And love myself again. Unconditionally. That's the key word. Unconditionally.
Oh, more music, more music.
With all of my craziness, with all of my imperfections, with all of my nonsense.
Sorry, Amy,
with all of my...
I had to redo all my mod situation. If you were a mod, I mean, I can give you mod privileges again, but I had to redo it because, like, there were a bunch of people who were showing up in the blocked users list that I wasn't sure if, like, there was a mod, like, sabotaging me. So I, like, redid it and just, like, selected, like, a couple people. So I like cleared everyone else off. So, but anyway,
failures and with all of my victories,
it wasn't personal.
Love myself unconditionally. For some of you today here, it's your opportunity to give yourself permission. To give yourself permission.
I think this is a different inspirational song.
Unconditionally. To give yourself permission to trust yourself. Regardless of all the past mistakes, lost teams, lost volumes, lost ranks, lost income.
Yeah, it's funny that she's, like, specifying these things because of how fucking common it is in network marketing to lose income and lose your team and lose people and, you know. She's like, I know it's frustrating. It's like, okay, but that is, like, par for the course in MLMs, dude. So many people drop out because they realize that this shit is whack. All right?
Forgive yourself. Lost relationships. Maybe they were not meant to be part of your life.
Maybe they weren't meant to be part of your life? Sorry, she's frozen. Okay, now she's not. She's like the lost friends, the lost relationships, and she's like, maybe they weren't meant to be part of your life. The reason they're not part of your life anymore is because you made a really shitty decision to join an MLM and make all of your relationships and your entire life transactional. And when they spoke up and said, I don't really like that you're treating me like a customer and a money bag, you're looking at me with dollar signs as pupils now, and I don't feel like our relationship is genuine anymore, then you're just like, oh, well, then I guess you're not supposed to be in my life then. I will never understand that mindset of people who only want to be friends with people who can get them ahead. I don't get that. It's like, if they're a nobody, I don't want anything to do with them. If I can't use them as a stepping stone, then they're not meant to be in my life. That's fucked up, dude. That is really fucked up. But then again, if that's the mindset you hold, then yep, you'll probably do pretty well in network marketing.
And somebody better can join forces with you. Maybe it's time for you to give yourself permission to allow love in your life. I took a gamble on my love when I met my soulmate. I did not know he's my soulmate at the time. I was like, yeah, I don't know, buddy. I mean, I'm not sure. Because
when you meet your soulmate, like, usually it's pretty obvious, right? I think she was like waiting to find out what his net worth was. And then when she heard that number, she was like, okay, yeah, you're my soulmate.
heart was so broken because I still couldn't let anybody in so closely. And I also realized that if I don't give love a chance, I'll never know if it's out there.
The only thing this woman loves is money, period. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Like, she's made it very, very clear that the only thing she gives a shit, a singular flying shit about in her entire life is how much money she has. So don't sit here and be like, I gave a second chance to love. I don't know their relationship. I'm just speaking by what I'm seeing from the outside. And from what I'm hearing coming out of her mouth, all I'm hearing is blah, 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 trophy wife. Blah, 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 get as much money as I can. Blah, 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 it was all worth it for my beautiful mansion and my plane. My private jet. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't know that Eric Worre was going to be my soulmate until I found out how much money he makes. And then I decided he'd be my soulmate. And then I went up to him and told him that he was my soulmate. And he said, oh, you too, because you're a hot blonde chick? And I've never scored anyone this hot before. And that's it.
I'll never know it's possible.
Your soup mates eat. No, so but thank you. I give myself permission to super chat. Thanks, man.
I gave myself
thank
to
you.
Open my heart, even if it's going to be
I appreciate
one more time, or 2 more times, or 10 more times. I gave myself permission to be okay and realize that the choices that I make in my life are my choices.
No, but you're
and
so
that's
brave.
My life, and that's okay. I gave myself permission to crawl first before
LaSalle Story, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Before I could fly, before I could soar. So, one of the questions that I want to ask you guys, will you give yourself permission to win in this game of life?
Oh
will
my
you
God.
give yourself permission to be bold again?
To be bold
will
again?
Will you give yourself permission
Make
to
America
become
bold again?
6, 7, even 8-figure earner? Will you give your...
Hey, Marina, you're not even doing that. I mean, according to that website, it said that she personally makes $360,000 a year. She's like, give yourself permission to be even an 8-figure earner. Okay, hey, how come you haven't gotten that for yourself yet? Your husband has. Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. Eric Worre has made a shitload of money. You're his trophy wife. You don't get to say that all the money that he's making, you gave yourself permission for your husband to make money. That doesn't make sense. You gave Eric permission to make a bunch of money? I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works. So, man, what are you talking about? Don't sit here and preach about how if you want to make 8 figures, all you gotta do is tell yourself that you give yourself permission to make 8 figures. Okay? How come you haven't done that yet? I just can't. I can't. It's so stupid.
Self-permission to say yes to yourself, to say yes to what we're doing here. Will you give yourself permission to walk, run, and finally soar with us?
Hey, not everyone can do that. Like, some people actually, like, cannot walk or run. And all of us can't soar. Unless we're in an airplane, which we know that she has one. So...
I designed this event specifically in a way that we can see ourselves in our stories, that we can see ourselves in possibilities, that
we can see ourselves in our story. It's your story. You're like the only character. It's your story. What are you talking about? I see myself in my story. Uh-huh. Because otherwise it wouldn't be your story. If you weren't in your own story, I don't think it's your story. I think it'd be someone else's story. What?
We can hopefully give ourselves permission, whatever we are today, to look into the brighter future. That you can give yourself permission to say yes to this tribe of powerful women, to say yes to the tribe of badass, unstoppable, loving ourselves unconditionally with all of our mistakes, with all of our failures.
Nikki saved.
And we will extend the invitation
it's swelling.
to you later.
The violins are swelling.
But my question is,
woohoo, says Sherry.
Will you give yourself permission to jump?
Jump? Let's not convince anyone to jump. Because sometimes it's dangerous.
When the opportunity presents itself, will you give yourself permission to say yes to yourself?
Why do you have to why do you have to wait for an opportunity to say yes to yourself? Like, just do it, right? If you like when you're presented with an opportunity to say yes to yourself, do it. I'm pretty sure you have that opportunity literally all the time. So stop. Just stop. Because then, if that's the case, if you can't win in this game of life until you give yourself permission, until you give permission to yourself, but you can only do that when an opportunity presents itself, then how can you blame anyone for anything? They are sitting there waiting for the opportunity that you're saying is going to approach you one day, and you just have to say yes to it. What if it never approaches? Those people, they're shit out of luck, I guess. They will never be successful because the opportunity never presented itself. So it's no one's fault. Why is anyone taking responsibility for anything if the only way to be successful is to wait for your opportunity to do so? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. Everything is coming full circle, except instead of it all making sense, it's all contradicting everything that she has previously said. Did she script this out? Is she just talking out of her butt? Is this all like ad lib? She's just like, did she practice this? Does she have a teleprompter? Because it's not very organized, and it's hypocritical as fuck.
To say yes to your new, non-negotiable, like my friend Lisa says, unapologetical version of yourself. And you know what's happening on the other side of the permission? And I want you guys, I see all the chats, I see everybody's putting what is on the other side of your permission, but put it in the chat. And those of you in the audience here, think about it, or you can scream it out loud. What is on the other side of your permission? What is it? Your health? When you give yourself permission, what you will get on the other side? The love, new relationship, freedom, power, purpose. I see Lucy says my freedom.
You have no purpose in life until you are presented with an opportunity to say yes to yourself. Otherwise, you're useless. You're pointless. You have no purpose. Marina, this is fucked up.
Precarious said abundance, power and freedom, says
A
Lori.
fart in the wind?
Yes. So I also want to have you guys think about it, because I know that a lot of you are ready to give yourself permission to jump. But before we jump, sometimes we need to let go of something. Sometimes we need to realize that there is a mindset, potentially, that is no longer serving us. There is that belief system that is no longer allowing you to reach your
Mirror
true
world,
potential.
like in Rugrats.
There might be that relationship in your life that is holding you back. There might be that person, or maybe multiple of them, that you're dimming your light because of them, because they're afraid to see your power. They cannot stand it, and because of that, they're trying to put you down. Because of that, they're trying to convince you that your goals and dreams are not worth it. What are you ready to let go of first, so you can free up that space and bring something into your life? So I want to jump into the conversation, and we're going to have some breakout rooms that we're going to do the mastermind and talk among each other. But I want you guys to think about those two important questions.
Yeah, the chat is pretty sad.
What are you willing to let go of first in order to free up that space? And what is something that you want to hold on to? What is something that you want to hold on and bring into your life, into your better version, into your more powerful version? So in a little while, the team gonna put everybody in the virtual audience into the breakout rooms. And
Sorry,
we can
she's so
start putting
quiet.
people in the breakout rooms. So the assignment is
Maybe, quite possibly, if you are a headphone user or just in general, you might want to turn the volume down in preparation, because I guarantee they're going to play music and it's going to blast out your fucking eardrums every time. She is so quiet right now. I have her turned up on all fronts. Now, I guess I could turn myself down if that would help a little bit. So we'll try that. But it's going to get, just prepare yourself. That's all I'm saying. Oh, shit.
talk to among each other. What is something that you're willing to let go of? Something that is holding you back. Something is no longer serving you. And what is the new idea, new system, new belief, new vision that you want to hold on to that will serve you to become the best version of yourself?
It's going to sound okay in your headphones
unapologetically yourself. So for all of you in the audience,
give it a minute.
We'll take 10 minutes to have this conversation, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys want to share.
Okay, that wasn't so bad, actually. Oh, hold on. Oh, I guess it got loud there at the second. Nope. Okay, I think I got it before it got too bad. But, okay, this person's joining the room again. Alright. Oh, this is that Cherie chick. One of the people who is chatting a lot. What's going on here? Where's the Zoom? Shut up! I've had enough of you people. Not you guys. Okay.
So introduce yourself to everybody, and
No one
share,
wanted,
please, what are the things that you're willing.
This chat from Kathleen says, no one wanted to participate in the breakout I was in this time. What do you guys do? What are you doing here? Didn't most people pay a shitload of money to be here? And you guys are just gonna show up and not do anything? I wanted to participate, but my team wanted to be lazy. Dude, you paid to be here. No one's forcing you to be here. Oh my god. Oh my god.
To let go of, and what are the things that you would like to hold on to?
My name is Tracy Peterson, and the things that I am willing to let go of is my risk of failing.
Sorry.
I want everything to be perfect, so I'm willing to let go of perfection and doing things in an imperfect way. I'm also willing to let go of people who my success and my abundance make uncomfortable. That they get uncomfortable when I succeed or when I'm living in my purpose, stepping into my power. I'm willing to let those people go, bless them, and release them.
Hey, maybe the reason that you make them uncomfortable is not because they're uncomfortable with people having success, but they're uncomfortable with who you have become. You are a different person, most likely. You are not the person they used to know. You have become obsessed with your fucking network marketing bullshit. And everything in your life is revolving around making money off of all the people in your life. I don't think they're, like, to me, I'm like, I would be so happy for any of my friends being successful. As long as they're doing it in an ethical way. Like, I know that's kind of shocking, but wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
So before we go into something that you're willing to hold on to, may I offer you something to consider? Because from one perfectionist to another, I know your pain. I feel that because I'm really crazy. Like, I know the answers. I'm not going to do, nobody can do it the way I do it. And it's easier to do it myself than explain to somebody all this fun stuff, right? On one side, one smart person told me, first of all, it's ego. So I kind of like, I didn't like that. I was like, all right.
I'm turning myself down more so you guys can hear
there are a lot of
the
smart
audio
people who can
without
help me,
me
who
blowing
can
your headphones out.
do really good job. But most importantly, what I
Feel like I
realized
have to turn
is
her up.
it's okay to stretch for perfection. It's okay to stretch for excellence. Just understand you're not always going to achieve that. Just understand that if you give yourself permission to fail, if you give yourself permission to make mistakes along the way, chances are much higher you're going to do a very good job. Chances are very high you're going to achieve that excellence or really close to it. So never stop striving for it. But give yourself permission not to always reach it.
Yeah.
And with the people, that's the absolute must, I would say, because it's, it's interesting when sometimes we feel sad when people tell it to our face. Like, when people told me, Marina, you will never build a studio, it was actually a gift because it fueled fire.
Someone else in here, someone else in the comments left a comment and said, in regards to their team not wanting to participate, someone's like, mine too, I just did my thing. She's like, you guys are all gonna go into these breakout groups, and then, like, no one does anything. They're all like, oh, fucking finally, I can take a break. That was brutal. Oh my god. They're all just, like, openly admitting to not doing the thing that they paid to show up to do. What do they think this is? Like a fucking, I don't know, Broadway musical? Like, you just buy a ticket and enjoy yourself? No.
In me. It may be so angry.
Quickly, thank you.
Sometimes
I'll be watching
anger
this in
is a
full
really
later,
good
but
emotion.
everyone like the stream and drink
We're
some
not
water,
gonna go
please.
far
Thank you.
on that fuel for the rest of our life because eventually anger needs to transition into passion, legacy, contribution. But at the beginning point, anger is a really good fuel to understand that I'm capable, I'm worthy. And what I realized for me is it's not about showing them. It's about showing me what I'm what I'm capable of, what I can achieve in my life. And when people tell you kind of like, oh, slow down, you're working so much, and how much money
Yes,
you
please
need
like
and
the
all
stream
that
if
stuff,
you haven't.
most of
It
the
helps
time, the
out a lot.
reason why
Thank you.
people do
Thanks
that
again,
is
quickly.
because you're shining so brightly in the journey of achieving your success, in the journey of achieving your goals and dreams, that it makes them uncomfortable. It reminds them that they give up on their hope.
No, these people think they're, like, so above everybody else. And it's so annoying because it's like, no, they just hate you because they ain't you, you know? They're just mad at you because you're so successful and they're not. No, you're rubbing people the wrong way. Most people don't want anything to do with that shit, man. I mean, they don't hear themselves. They're so hypocritical and, like, no, not even hypocritical. I mean, they are, but, like, they're delusional. She's like, oh, yeah, all those people who said that they were your friends before, they're not actually your friends because they're jealous. No, it's because you turned into this network marketing monster. This what? Griffin's like talking about something. I don't know. We need more fog. Hey, Larchy Blows, what up? Anyway, it is absolutely delusional the way these people think. Oh, poor me. Poor me. Everybody else just doesn't like me because they don't understand me. They hate to see people succeed. Most people aren't like that. If you have people in your life who love you and care about you, they're gonna be so happy to see you succeed, dude. But it's almost like being like, I robbed a bank and now I have a lot of money, but no one wants to be my friend anymore. I don't know, they say I've changed, or I'm like this terrible person. All I did was rob a bank. All I did was what was necessary and what was best for me and my family. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? It's so obvious. But no, they're delusional. It's because everyone is just jealous that they're not successful. They're not as successful as them, so they're just jealous. Oh my God.
It reminds them that they give up on their dreams and settled for the mediocre life.
No, it shows your true colors, and then they realize they want nothing to do with you. Like, that's it.
That's why, in order for them to rise up just slightly, they're trying to push you down.
Sure,
But
keep saying that.
you're worthy
All right.
of so much more. I can see so much power in you, and I know you're capable of achieving the heights that none of us can dream of. So don't worry about them. Do it for you, okay? I want to bring Ashley from room number 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was still going for you. Ah, I'm so sorry.
What are you willing to let go of? Oh, I did not hear your permission. I'll come back.
But see, that's what they do.
The
music is
what are you
just-
willing to let go of first, and what is the permission you're willing to give yourself to hold on to?
Negative people and the negative arguments. What I'm giving permission to bring into my life is positive people that can bring a positive vibe within my business and organization.
I love it. I love it. So what are you letting go of those people?
Like negative.
Let go of negative.
This is exactly it. This is exactly it. Seriously, like we're watching it in real time. This is precisely why people don't like you, people. People hate you because they ain't you. It's literally, Marina Wari is sitting up here like advocating for people to just cut people out of their lives. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. You are actively ruining people's relationships, social circles, networks, what have you. And you don't give a shit. You don't give, like, Marina, don't sit here and pretend that you care about the well-being of any of these people. If money is the only thing that matters to you, then I guess your advice is good advice. That is definitely one way to make money, and then, keep the money you make, because you're not going to have anyone else in your life to spend it on, you know? I'm letting go of negative people. Okay, define negative people. People who care about you and who are just like, hey, Barbara, I don't know what her name is. Hey, Barbara, I've noticed a very negative change in you since you've joined this MLM thing, and I also feel like you're just like not treating me like a friend anymore. You're treating me like someone you keep trying to recruit. You're like treating me like a prospect, and I don't really appreciate it. And I also feel like that's not you. You're being a different person, and I don't like it. Also, you've spent thousands of dollars on inventory you'll never sell. So, oh wait, who you guys are? Oh, hi, Mom. This sounds horrible, and I don't even know what this is all about. Don't worry, Mom. I mean, I just... Wait, so someone was saying congratulations to Katya. What did she do? I missed it. Your doctor agreed to remove your tubes. Dude, that's legit! Get it, girl. Yes. I love that. Congratulations. That's amazing. If only everyone else could be so lucky, honestly. Yeah. No. Marina Worry's up here just being like, yep. Yeah, so who are you getting rid of again? Who are you cutting out of your life? Like people who care about you and just like it's constructive criticism. Like they're not telling you you have to leave or else we're not friends anymore. They're telling you, hey, I just don't see this being a good path for you. I think you've changed and I don't think you're the same person anymore. Respectfully, because I love you. No, Marina Worry would be like, that's a negative person, cut them out. Like, but that's been my best friend for 15 years. No, it doesn't matter, cut them out. Wow. Wow. I mean, I can't really, like, really?
And bring the positive people.
Yes.
I love.
And by positive people, she means other people who are brainwashed as well. People who are just as brainwashed as her. Like, she's basically saying replace everybody in your life with people who don't actually want to have a genuine relationship with you. They just want to use you for what you're worth and use you as a stepping stone to get themselves farther. What? Like, talk about the common sense thing again. How she's like, common sense isn't really common anymore. The common sense is that you hear this, anyone on the outside of this is going to hear this and be like, oh, red flag, that's not a good idea. That's actually, like, really dangerous. Like, what are you doing? Please don't do that to yourself. It's not gonna end up well for you. It's just not. But that's common sense. I think all of us can collectively agree that what is happening here is just really bad advice on Marina Worry's, on her behalf there.
I love it. Well, congratulations. I can
it.
see that you're determined and that's going to be the truth for you. So congratulations.
Sorry. She's clapping. Yeah, clap to the beat of the drum.
Another virtual person I want to come back to and hear what are you willing to hold on to?
What am I willing to hold on to, or what am I?
What are you giving yourself permission? Yes.
I am giving myself.
It's a good distinction.
Yes. I'm willing to give myself permission to.
She's gonna cry.
To fully see my potential realized. And to figure it out along the way. I'm going to give myself permission to figure it out along the way and trust that God will place the people, the opportunities in my path to help accelerate my growth.
I love it.
That is what I am giving permission.
She's literally like, God, please put people in my path for me to use as stepping stones. Thank you. Oh, we're all God's children? Oh, but like the ones that you dislike the most, God, could you put them in my path so I can use their little heads as stepping stones, please? Literally saying God is okay, first of all, if God was real, he would not throw his own children under the bus to let one of his children go, well, you know what? I take that back. Y'all remember Noah and his ark? I guess he did have a favorite at one point. But, like, besides that, let's just say that if Christianity, if everything that they say about their God is true, being all loving and all knowing and all these things, blah, 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 I don't think that he would be willing to pick favorites and be like, you're gonna be a stepping stone for Gabriella. I don't know what this chick's name is. I mean, he did throw his son under the bus. I mean, technically, he was his own son, though. You know, it's all very strange. Translation: I don't know how this business plan will work for me, but I'm giving myself permission to wing it. Right? No, none of these people know what the fuck they're doing, and that is reflective. Reflective? That is a reflection of how luck is involved in this, and not actually skill. So, there's that. Anyway, ma'am. To suggest that if you pray to God hard enough, he's going to decide that you are his favorite and use his own other children that he supposedly loves equally. No, he loves you so much that he is going to put his other children in your life so that you can use them to get ahead. Do these people hear themselves? It is so wrong. It is so wrong. Whether or not the God that she's praying to exists, whether or not he does, it's wrong. And it's unusual. And just not something that lines up with the fucking book that they're thumping all the time.
I love it. I love it. Even if it feels uncomfortable. So, Missy, room number 6. We want to know, what are you willing to let go of, and what are you giving yourself permission to hold on to?
So I'm letting myself let go of
This
negative
girl
people,
again?
people judging me, and my negative talk.
That's a big one. That's going to be the hardest one. Letting go of negative people is easier, trust me. But I think that in every conversation, somebody's selling, somebody's buying, right? We heard that. Then when you're selling to somebody your opportunity, you're selling them your vision, you're selling them your service, you're selling them that they network marketing.
Did she really just suggest every conversation that 2 or more people are having, there's always a seller and a buyer? If that is the way that you look at life, if that is the way you approach people, in every conversation you're like, I'm gonna be the seller. Every conversation. Hey, when you're just like a normal ass, like empathetic human, there's no rankings on who is who in the conversation, or who's more successful, or who's the buyer, who's the seller, that doesn't exist. Those things don't exist unless you look at every single conversation, every single person in your life. If you look at all those things from a transactional perspective, from a selfish perspective, a perspective that is, what can I say to get myself further? Who can I meet and then use to propel myself forward? If that is how you approach things, I feel fucking sorry for you. You've never had a genuine connection or a genuine conversation with anybody in your entire life. Period. I'm just listening. Like, I know all of us are sitting here listening to this like, what the fuck are they talking about? No, like, none of it makes sense. It's all so hypocritical and just really bad advice. The only time that any of this is productive advice is if you can openly admit that the only thing you give a shit about is money. Most people don't have money as their number one priority. Most people care about their family, care about their own personal well-being, like mental health, even their physical health. Most people have their priorities a lot more straight than that. But if you're someone whose number one priority, you prioritize money over your own children, your own spouse, then yeah, sure, great advice. It's great advice. Yeah, this is great advice to only give a shit about money. And then, like, you're gonna have all that money and you're gonna be fucking alone at the end of your life. Except, you're gonna have all of these people following you like a little shadow because you're their rich friend, and they're literally you then become the person that last chick was praying about to be let into her life. You are then that person that God is putting into other people's lives so that you are the one who will help propel them. So that they will use you. You are in a better financial situation. If you pray to God enough, God will put those people in your life, and then you can use them. It doesn't work like that. Like, this is so ridiculous, dude.
Network marketing can be a vehicle and a solution for them. And on the other side, they're selling us, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, and all different objections. But that conversation is much more easily controllable.
Most of the time when people say that, they're trying to, like, let you down easy and just be like they just don't want to. They don't want to join. Like, they know how your MLM mindset is. They know how it works, and they don't want anything to do with it, but they're just going to be like, oh no, I can't afford it now, because they think that it's going to get you off their back. They're just trying to be nice, dude. They're trying to let you down easy.
Conversation that is hard to control are those two people talking in your head. when you are selling to yourself that you are not worthy, that you are not capable, that you are not enough, and a badass version of you telling to yourself, no, I'm worthy, no, I'm capable, I can achieve everything that I want in my life. So that conversation is the most important. And who in our head, which one of those marinas in my case, I give more oxygen, more power, that's the most important question. And that's the most important person I'm working on every single day. So congratulations. And what are you willing to hold on to?
I'm willing to hold on to being more positive, not letting the people that judge me, let them judge me. And
Isn't that what you said you were going to let go of? You said you're going to let go of negative people. Now she's like, I'm going to hold on to letting people judge me. It's like, didn't you let go of those people though? Like, make it make sense.
and I'm holding on to positive people and letting the negative people not talk negative to me.
I'm putting myself into an echo chamber so that all I hear is toxic positivity for my whole life. And you know, it's just so dangerous. That is so dangerous. What a dangerous ass mindset to put yourself into. When you do that shit, like, you better hope that you are like never hit with anything, like any unexpected tragedy, or even not even just a tragedy, like it could just be like a little road bump. Yeah, God forbid that you are ever met with something like that, because suddenly you won't know what to do. Because suddenly everything is not positive anymore. Suddenly you have a problem that you have to approach and you don't know how to do it because all you've been taught is toxic positivity. Your idea of what negativity is not actually negative. Criticism, especially when it's constructive, not a negative. I don't think so. These people think so, though. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. It's like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not telling you. I'm just like suggesting that perhaps all of these issues that you're having a problem holding on to or letting go or whatever, maybe perhaps they stem from these fucking behaviors that you're learning at this goddamn conference.
And maybe become unapologetically you and start loving yourself unconditionally. That's a good one, right?
Definitely. Yes.
Can you repeat with me? I love myself unconditionally.
I love myself unconditionally.
And now repeat it like you believe in it.
I love myself unconditionally.
All right. We love you unconditionally as well. Thank you.
Shut up. Enough of this. This is ridiculous. Yeah, they are actively putting themselves in echo chambers.
Woo! Hi, everyone. I am Jessica. It's an honor to be here. Hi, Jessica. And I feel really vulnerable saying this because this is something I'm letting go of, and I want to do it publicly, so thank you for the opportunity.
Why is she rubbing her tummy?
I am letting go of my weight.
Oh.
It has been an armor that I have worn to keep myself space and small and to be a clown. And I'm letting that go. I'm letting that go because my name is Jessica, and I once said on a coaching call that I'm not a Jessica can. I'm a Jess I can. And that's who I'm choosing to be. And that's what I'm stepping into. On the other side of weight is love and freedom for myself. And I'm holding on to this community as well, to be in a room full of women who view each other as sisters instead of competition is the most beautiful gift. I see each and every one of you. Thank you.
I love it, Jessica.
Explain this to me, please, because I'm trying to get it. When she said that she's letting go of her weight, does that mean she's like not letting her weight hold her back anymore? Because that's great. Good for her. Or is she saying like, I'm letting go of my weight so I can like, I don't know, lose it? Like, isn't that like letting go of something is getting rid of it, right? So it's like, what are you talking about? I think what I gathered from that was that she was not letting her weight hold her back anymore, which is great, except the fact that the thing you're like, I'm not going to let it hold me back anymore. What that thing is being successful in network marketing and being in a room full of people who you're like, we treat each other like sisters. Yeah, to your face. We've seen the group chats, honey. We've seen how you guys talk about each other. behind the scenes. We've seen it. You guys are not like, you can put on this little happy face about how much you all love each other and how much you're all sisters and it's like, okay, no, but you're not though. Like, you're actually not. You guys are all just like playing each other, dude. Then yesterday. No, it's not.
Hold on, Jessica. So it probably gonna sound crazy to you, but
what? But what?
Who are beating themselves up about their weight. It's not about the weight. It's not about the weight. It's about Jessica that lives inside. It's about Jessica's heart. It's about Jessica's soul. And what we have on the outside is just a package. It does not change what's inside. You are Jessica who can, and you always were. You just did not listen to that Jessica. You just did not give that Jessica permission to
Sorry,
come
she's
out
quiet again.
with her beautiful smile, with her beautiful eyes. And I would like to challenge you on something. Are you ready for a challenge?
I'm up for it.
So every time, any morning you wake up, when you first time look yourself in the mirror, you know what the words I want you to say first?
I love myself unconditionally.
I love it. I love it. You got it, Jessica.
Holy mackerel. Can we stop? Like, just stop. Can we stop?
You're going to hold on to it.
Boy.
Because now we're going to replace that with
Yeah.
something, right? That Jessica is gone.
Bye.
Like that, no, gone.
I'm holding on to my faith in God because without God, nothing is possible.
And you know that he loves you unconditionally too, right?
Yes. Rewiring my father wounds with that. I'm holding on to this community. I'm holding on to my love for myself. I'm holding on to a heart that I'm allowing to open. And I'm holding on to allowing myself to be fully seen in my shine. Like Lisa Nichols said, if you're afraid of it, hope you brought shade.
I love it. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you.
Oh my God. Again, dude, this music is ridiculous.
Number 6. Julia, that I did not pronounce the last name. Julia, what's the last name?
The last name is Palke. It's a German name.
Julia.
See, of
Julia
course, I
Julia.
didn't speak German, so that's why I didn't pronounce it properly.
No problem.
So please tell us, what are you willing to let go of, and what are you giving yourself permission to hold on to?
So I will let go of the fear of being successful with my dreams. And then although I was very successful in the industry, I worked 20 years, somehow I am afraid of being successful with what I truly want. And that is what I want to let go of.
I always call bullshit on this. Like, every time people are like, you're just scared of success. You're scared of being successful. It's like, I'm pretty sure that success is like what everyone wants, right? Like, whatever dream you set out for yourself, like, achieving that dream is the ultimate goal. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe the only thing that, like, I would be scared of is if I set an ultimate goal and then I reached it, I think the only fear I would have would be like, well, shit, now I'm gonna have to, like, what do I do now? I achieved my ultimate goal, now what? Do I have a purpose anymore? What do I do? I don't know, and I don't even think that's a thing. Like, I think eventually you just, like, find new goals. I don't know. You just go with the flow, man. Like, what? I always call bullshit on it. I hate it when they say this.
And you know what? It's Eric and I would coach a lot of successful
Courtney, you missed
people,
quite a bit of
top
trauma.
performers inside of our profession, and this is actually a very common theme. People who are successful, they are afraid of that success, but most of the
But, like, being successful is subjective, Emery. Like, not to argue with you or anything, but, like, if your goal does not, like, require being a public figure, then, like, you shouldn't be scared of it. If whatever your form of success is, if you can achieve it without being a public figure, without going through shit that you're not comfortable doing, like then you don't have to be scared of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'm scared of being a public figure. Okay, don't be a public figure. I'm scared of being a firefighter. I'm scared of being a police officer. All right, don't choose those careers then. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
It's not really the fear of being successful. Most of the time, it's the self-worthiness speaking up. It's us realizing that we're not worthy of this success. It's us thinking that we are not worthy of playing full out, being in our full potential. I was just yesterday talking to the member of my team, and we were...
Exactly, Nova.
We gave her a compliment, and she's like, nah. I'm the same way. When people give me a compliment, I'm like, nah, you know, I'm started joking about it. I'm kind of like apologizing. I'm kind of like, that's not me. It's not about me. It's my team. Remember, it's like, it's my team. Everything is my team. Yes, your team helped you get there, but who built the team? You built the team. You made it all happen.
No, dude, like, okay, if you recruit 3 people, and then those 3 people recruit 3 people, and then those 3 people recruit 3 people, you did not build the team. You recruited 3 people. And then your team did your team built itself. Like, I guess maybe you laid the foundation. But like your team did, like all those people you recruited, they then went out and did their own recruiting. You didn't do that. But like, congratulations on recruiting the right people, I guess. Again, like, she's always giving herself way more credit than is due. And it's so annoying.
You led that team to success. So when people give you a compliment, or when you're achieving a certain level of success, realizing that it's worthiness speaking, and when you tell yourself, I'm worthy, when you give yourself permission to recognize that you are worthy of success, you are worthy of being powerful, you are worthy of making a lot of money and be very profitable in your business. Remember, Lisa said that good people should have good opportunities, and money give you a lot of opportunities. Money give you freedom. Money give you choices.
Oh, okay, so by this logic, then people who are unable to afford a roof over their head, they're not good people. Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm hearing. What a shitty thing to say.
Money give you opportunity to do more good in the world. Money do not change people. Money only exposes who you truly are. So if you're a good person with more money, you're gonna do more good. You're not gonna become all of a sudden a bad person. So remember that you...
No, you were already a bad person when you decided you wanted all that money for yourself. When you decided to hoard your wealth, then you, even before you even had the wealth, if you're just like, I need to get as much money as possible, I would argue that you were always a bad person. So fuck you.
You are successful, it's only gonna bless the world in much more powerful way. You giving yourself permission to be unapologetically you, who you were meant to be, playing at the highest level of possibilities and none what was not possible at some point. You deserve to be there. So what are you willing to hold on to? What are you giving yourself permission to hold on to?
To be me, so to make myself seen as the person that gives opportunities to live my potential and bring it to the world. I want to be seen.
I love it.
And
I love it.
Myself to be seen.
Well, we're all seeing you right now, so.
Yeah, you know, the people outside there, I need to attract, and they need to know what I am and for what I stand and what they can get from me. That is what I need.
So the moment you give yourself permission to be unapologetically you, and that's the way you show up in the world, they will see it, because we see it in you. We see it in you. Congratulations.
Stop. I hate it.
Have to, okay, we'll go here.
Hi, no speak English, speak Spanish.
Okay.
Please.
All right, we have
la
Jana. She's
señora
officially
va
a
a la
translator
traductora.
now.
Okay. Thank you, Marina. Okay. Bueno, yo me quiero dar permiso para entender que me puedo equivocar, que puedo fallar y que si creo en mí voy a conseguir el poder para lograr todos mis propósitos.
I want to give permission to myself that I can fail because I'm very perfectionist, but I give it permission to that I can fail, and with that I can accomplish everything that I have in my goal and everything that I want in life.
Me quiero dar permiso para encontrar mi libertad, para creer en mí y para poder de esa manera ser una influencia y transmitirle a las personas que cuando creemos en nosotros.
I want to give permission to believe in me and myself, and when we do that, we can transfer that to another people.
Y todo funcionará porque creo en mí y porque me encargaré de que todo funcione.
And everything is going to work, but I believe in me, and when I believe in me, everything is going to work.
I love it. I love it. So, what are you giving yourself permission to hold on to?
Ya que te das permiso de soltar o de agarrar para ti.
Me doy permiso de soltar mi desconfianza para conseguir ese gran propósito de ser una conferencista.
I give permission to release that I don't trust in me to become a great conference people like you.
So, you holding on to becoming a great speaker and become confident in your power, right?
Así que te estás dando permiso de volverte un gran conferencista en tu poder.
Ese es mi poder, darme el permiso y ser una gran conferencista.
My power is giving permission to become a great conference like you.
Great speaker. I love it. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Okay, I muted it before. Oh, okay. So
These
no
are
music.
so many amazing stories that
He tried.
I can
The audio
do
guy
this
tried.
all day. This is what I love so much. But I don't want you to starve to death, so we're gonna take a lunch break. We're gonna have an hour lunch. So right now it's 12:30. We're gonna have lunch till 1:30. And I would like everybody, Lisa and I were talking yesterday, and we want to make a little surprise for everybody, because we like to surprise and delight everybody. And as you probably know, right now, we're supposed to be doing a Q&A lunch just with the VIPs. And for our amazing VIPs, Lisa and I are going to do a separate session after the event. My team going to reach out to you, and we're going to spend an hour of our time and respond to all of your questions outside of the event. But we're going to do the Q&A session for everybody. So we will be doing it.
Okay. All right. All right.
So those of you who
Sorry.
are virtually, you don't need to go anywhere. Just grab 15 minutes, go get your lunch, and come back. Don't refresh your computers. Don't log out of the system. Don't do any of that. It will be happening on the main stage. Everybody in the audience, go get your food, come back in your seats, and Lisa and I will be doing a Q&A for everybody. So you have 15 minutes to get your food, and I'll see you in 15 minutes.
Cheese and rice. All right. God, I was really expecting to get through this, because this video we were watching is 3 hours and 23 minutes long. And we watched the first half on the last live stream. LaSalle Story, thank you for gifting 20 more memberships. More Pop-Tarts in the chat. Yes, we love it. Anyway, well, I wonder if she skips through. Oh, no. Okay, well, the good news is I'm clicking through the timer. Okay, you know what? We will finish this since the 15 minutes was included in that. All right. Thank you, LaSalle Story. I really appreciate that. Let's just wait for this to... Oh, they just have music playing. All right. Countdown is over. Oh, it's Lisa.
Of the God in me wants to touch and love the God in you. And my spirit being wants to play with your spirit being. And my money maker wants to make money with your money maker. And all of it's okay.
This sounds like everything she just said sounded like an innuendo. Sorry, I don't know what I skipped, but I'm sure it wasn't that important. That was pretty weird, though. It was like the tone that she was saying that with, but also the words she was saying was like, what? Hey, Lisa, that's pretty creepy.
Thank you for letting us be a part of your lunch. Please chew.
Yes, please eat.
Right, please chew, everyone at home. What did you eat? What are you eating for lunch? Let us know.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Oh my
We know what John is having for lunch. Spicy meatballs.
John is having the spicy meatballs.
Who is their audio guy? I'm so confused.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, so we decided to open this session for everybody, and because I have such a rare opportunity to share this beautiful.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say, like the whole gods thing. She's like, the God in me wants to touch the God in you. Isn't that like kind of blasphemy? I thought there was only one true God. If you're gonna sit here and be like, I'm a Christian, but also we all have gods inside of each other, it's like, okay. Yeah, didn't God say that like you can't praise anyone else but me? But no, okay, we all have, each of us have our own God. What? That's not very Christian of you to say.
Jam with everybody, and I decided not to be so selfish and don't keep it just for myself. And sorry, the VIP, I thought that you're gonna enjoy, because Lisa said, how about we open this session for everybody, and then we do another session with the VIP.
Spaghetti sauce with eggs? What? What kind of meal is that? You're eating spaghetti like marinara? I mean, I guess some people like ketchup with their eggs, so if like you're one of those Neanderthals that likes ketchup with their eggs, then maybe marinara sauce with your eggs is for you too, but that's weird. I'm sorry, that's weird.
You're gonna get a double lunch.
Yes. So some of my best growth.
Jane, thank you for the super chat. Here's for your time. I have taken my kid to gymnastics, went to dollar store, ate in dishes, and you're still here. Yeah, these people just don't stop. This conference just keeps going and going and going. But hey, I really do appreciate you being here and that super chat. Thank you.
Personally and business-wise came from open coaching like this. Because when we have a agenda-based coaching, we're teaching you what we believe you need to know to get to the next level. But when there's open coaching, you can ask the question that you need to know the answer to right now. And there's value in that. And so I love open coaching. And you have to be pretty confident as a coach to go, ask me anything, you know. But I want to shape this a bit, that number one, for some of you, you may be really, really tempted to tell your story before the question so that we understand the question. And I want to let you know that just by the question, we'll know something about the story. And we want to get as many answers in as possible. We'll still run out of time. There'll be way more that we want to talk about because we're...
Salsa, I can see. Yeah, because it has like that spicy element. But like marinara sauce, no, can't do it. Ketchup on pizza? Get out of here. That's disgraceful. Go. Just off with you. I've had enough.
A bunch of women and a few courageous men. So we'll get to what we need to get to. My request is ask the question that you need to know for where you are now and where you are next. Not the one that's 5 to 50 to 60 steps out there. Like, what do I do when my book's a bestseller? Who do I become? First, let's write your book, right? And so a lot of times we get answers that we can't use because it's not the answer to what we need to know for what's now or what's next. So ask now-based questions or what to do next-based questions, and do it without the story so we can have more answers in. And then the last thing I'll say is don't ask the question that you're not ready for the answer to, because it's our job to serve up the truth.
How are you going to know if you're not prepared for the answer if you don't know the answer? Isn't that why you're asking the question? Because you don't know the answer? And it's like, if the answer is something that's going to like trigger you or something, how are you going to know until you hear the answer? You know what I'm saying?
All right, so do you want to pick who we want to?
So yes, so I see hands up. So room 6, Barbara is waving lovingly, frantically, engagingly. And then in room 8, Rosalind is also So I want to ask Rosalind, then in studio, beautiful sister here, if you will go number 3, and then we'll reset after
All right.
that. And
I love it.
3 more.
All right, so let's start with the studio.
So I think it's so funny how fast I act in studio.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, good. Because I forgot the names I said already. They're going to put them up, though.
I hope so.
Amen. You can't help me.
I'm with you.
I can't help you, right?
I'm with you. I'm just looking at all the hands out there.
Ayana, it
trying
comes
to read
and it
everybody's names.
goes. Tell us your name, sis.
My name is Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi, Rachel.
When you are midlife and you're coming back from a very deep valley.
Are you speaking about you?
Yes.
Then say I.
When I'm coming out of a very, very...
valley.
Why was she speaking in, what would that be, second person? Okay, wait. First person is like I. Third person is they. Isn't that what second person is when you're like you? I don't know.
Deep valley.
Okay.
It's just a weird choice. Why did
How
she...
do you reconnect?
How do I?
How do I reconnect with the original dreams of the 20-year-old before she was broken?
Yeah, I love that. Robin?
Rachel.
Rachel, I apologize. I know it was R.
Robin,
Rachel. Don't reconnect with the 20-year-old's dreams. How old are you? What's your age now?
Turning 54.
Reconnect with the 54-year-old dream. And while you have more hurt than you had at 25, while you have more betrayal, while you have more lonely moments, while you have more frustration, you also have more wisdom. You also have more patience. You also have more faith. You also have more resiliency. The 20-year, 25-year-old version of you doesn't have enough resiliency
Third person
for what
singular.
the 56-year-old has to do.
Interesting.
So don't go back. Don't try to go back. Don't try to regain. Don't try to go back and redo. Just redream for now. And what happens is in the valley, you forget all the things that got you out the valley. The only way you're here, sis, is that you're coming through the valley. Right?
Not the valley shit again.
The character that you've had to build, you don't want to give that away. Does that make sense? So don't go back. The hardest thing for you right now is trying to go back. That's why it seems daunting, because it's unrealistic. Bring a new dream, a new 2023, 2024 dream forward. So start redreaming. I had a whole slide.
Thank you, Regina, for subscribing.
Redreaming. I decided to teach you guys a lesson and another technique instead, but I had a whole slide, and I'll probably pull it up just for you, sis, about what does it mean to give yourself permission to redesign, renew. You're a clean slate now, on the other side of a bunch of crap. But now what does she want to do? And so number one, the other thing I would say is hook your caboose. Hook your caboose to a tribe that on your most exhausted day when your faith wanes, you can coast with them because they'll carry you. That's critical.
So find a group of people who will essentially carry you. Coming from the world of gaming, if you are in a dungeon group in World of Warcraft, if you are in a 5-man dungeon, which I guess that's the only dungeon size you can do. Anyway, if you're in a 5-man group in a dungeon and one of your DPS is just sucking, people will yell at that DPS and they will say, "Excuse me, why aren't you doing enough damage? Excuse me, this team is carrying you." People will go, "Thank you," or "You're welcome for carrying." I mean, like, it's okay if you consent to carrying someone else, but like, if you're just like joining a group and you suck and your whole, like, damn, your team is doing some heavy lifting, carrying you all the way through this dungeon. And she's just like, yeah, so find people who are gonna carry you. Also, connect part of a train to a tribe. First of all, stop using the word tribe. Fucking can't stand it. Second of all, cabooses they don't traditionally get attached to people. They get attached to the rest of the train. So Yep, relying on others to do the heavy lifting for you. It's almost like that's what happens when you join an MLM. Once you have a team beneath you, if you get that team beneath you, if you're one of the lucky ones who actually makes this work, once you get a sizable team beneath you, suddenly they're doing all the work and you're making all the money. So is that what she's saying? Is that what she's saying? She's like, not attach yourself to a tribe. It'd be more like build a tribe that will let you hook a caboose to them so that you get all the benefits and they have to work for it. Yeah, it's hard.
It means you can't be the only one running in your tribe. Right. You can't be the only one running, and you can't be the one lifting everyone else. You can lift, but she'll lift me. Let me tell you, one night we were at her house, and I was in her face. Like only probably I could do, you know, maybe Eric, maybe.
If he wants to live.
Yeah. And she was giving me the stank face so bad. She was just like, I don't like you right now. And I said, I got it, but I'm not going to sit down on you. And I'm going to fight for you right now, even if you... Not 24 hours later, I'm stuck.
I told you, I'm a good student.
She was in my
I
face.
promise her, I'll be your best student.
And she was in my face using my words on me. And I was like, I do not want to hear this. She goes, I understand. So that's the people you have to get around you, and they're in this room. And I don't care that you're all with different companies. We're all human. We're all humanity. We're all running in the same direction. Find your tribe here. Find your gladiator tribes here. And you got one thing in common. Keep me running.
Gladiator tribes? Okay, let's just... There's no way gladiators called their group of gladiators a tribe back then, right? That's not a word that they would have used. What would they have used? I don't know. I don't know anything about gladiators, but I am pretty sure it wasn't tribe. Also, Kayla, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Not... Oh, I see what you're saying. I was like, not red circle enough to... Okay, gotcha.
Keep me soaring. And so it's a new day for you. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Stop. Drives me nuts.
I would like to add one more thing there because
Army.
I think that's the reason why you feel the disconnect, because you no longer want what she wanted and when she...
Find your platoon. I mean, listen, like, culturally, that's probably a better term that they should be using instead of fucking tribe. Seriously, I think they were all individual fighters, were they? There was never like a gaggle of gladiators. They didn't have a name for that? Like how a group of crows is a murder? A group of gladiators is a gaggle. But it's probably not a tribe.
She was 20.
Yes.
Because of the experiences, because of what happened in your life, now you have almost like a new version of what things that you wanted at that time, how they're gonna look now. Because like for me, when I was young and I was trying to find my soulmate, you know, I bought into the whole kind of like stories of the cartoons and all the different stories that I read in a book, you know, She from a Castle. And then in kind of like through my journey in life, I recognized that blue eyes, blonde hair, it's not really the qualities that I need to have a man by my side. I want a loving, caring, you know, smart man who will not be threatened by my light, who will not be threatened by my power, who will shine and uplift me in my darkest times. In my darkest days, he will be the strong shoulder for me that I can cry on. So that comes with experience, because when I was 20, I did not know that. I was looking.
You were what? You were what?
Because I was looking for wrong things. I wanted the wrong things. And with experience, with...
Didn't she just say she wanted a man that, like, wasn't gonna let her shine get in the way and all this stuff? And now she's like, I wanted the wrong thing. Oh, no. Sorry. She said, like, when I was 20, I wanted the wrong things. Is that what she's saying? Because I was gonna say, like, okay, so what is the right thing then? Money? Because you clearly married for money, so...
The hurt with the victories, with the challenges, with heartbreak, and the spikes of love, I recognized what I want in my life, really. And it took me the journey.
Her nails are too long, I'm sorry.
To reshape my goal, to reshape my dream, to reshape what I'm looking for. So that's why you're lost right now, because like you're trying to fit in, you know, one version of you into a whole new era, and it doesn't fit in there. So forget about all that stuff. Just take what is the most important pieces of what you wanted at 20, if it's still relevant now, and take the best of that and put the experiences, put the hurt, put the challenges that you had to go through, because they made you who you are today. They gave you power. They gave you that knowledge. They gave you that wisdom. Wisdom does not come with age.
What is this word
salad? It's earned through the process. It developed through the challenging times. So use all of that information, all of that, and apply to your new goals, new version of you that's gonna make you feel special at this time of your life.
You know what you said?
Sorry, I'm looking to see if there's anyone I can redirect to.
I was in a relationship that turned abusive, and he picked me up and threw me 3 feet across the room. And before that happened, I was raising money from my company. And I was so scared to talk about raising money. I was scared to ask for the money. I was scared to ask the investors to consider investing. I would stutter. I'd talk about the business with passion. And then when it got to the invitation to join me, anybody know about that? I'd just start, I didn't stop talking, but I lost my power. Right? You could just tell all that charm and charisma was gone.
If you haven't liked the stream yet, please do so.
Which I'm not a stutterer, but I would stutter because I wasn't comfortable. And after I got picked up and threw 3 feet across the room, I got choked until I passed out. I had to find a way to navigate this man out of my life. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. First time I saw a piece of paper that said Lisa and Prozac on the same piece of paper. And I thought I'd never see those two names together. And I got in the mirror and I began to do the work to find myself again. None of this happened overnight. This was a 6-month period.
Okay, dude, the trauma dumping is so wild. I get it, ma'am. You have a lot of stories, and it probably does connect to some people out there. But, like, this ain't it. Why do you have to go into the specifics of, like, I was choked until I passed out? It's like, there are details that, like, you don't have to put those out there. The only reason you're putting them out there is because it, like, adds more, I don't even want to say legitimacy. It just, like, more empathy, I guess, makes people feel even worse for you. When really, the point of the story would be the same without giving those details. The only reason you're putting them in is for the emotional response, which I guess is what you're teaching everyone to do, but yeah.
Every morning I got in the mirror and I completed 3 different sentences. Lisa, I'm proud of you for. Lisa, I forgive you for. And Lisa, I commit to you that. Every day in the mirror for 20 minutes, I did that just to find myself, my way back to me. After I found my way back to me 6 months later, raising money was easy. I went out there, I raised $522,000
Amy, thank you for constantly making me
because
laugh at
I'd already did the hard part.
Thank you, I
already fought
appreciate
for my
it.
life, so I was like, I'm just asking for money. All I can say is no. It made everything else seem easier. So you actually are going to be able to run harder, faster, go deeper, longer, and stronger because of what you just navigate through. And it didn't click to me until I was listening.
Why does everything that comes out of Lisa's mouth sound like an innuendo at this point? Like this part of this conference, everything that Lisa's saying is like, what you talking about, Lisa?
To Marina, I was like, yeah, I remember when So yeah, I'm excited to see who you get to become. 2, we have in room 6, Barbara. Barbara, what's your question, my love?
That was it. That was the end of that video. Wow. All right. So cool. Wow. Yeah. Hey, thanks for being here. We've been live for about 3 hours. So yeah, it's time to go anyway. Perfect timing, really. Yeah. So there's a whole part 2. I don't know how long that video is, but there is a part 2 to day 2 that we're on right now. There's still so much more to this, you guys. But I'm really enjoying watching this with you, and I'm glad that we're all here together, just sitting through all the ridiculousness, the trauma dumping, the hypocrisy, just all of it. Just all of it. The money grubbing shit. Oh, let's get some more. Let's look at our last minute fog up in here. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna try to get one more stream in this week. Either tomorrow or no, I guess I can't do Thursday because my husband bowls on Thursdays. I'm gonna figure it out. But because there's still just so much to go through, but this weekend I'm gonna probably go camping, so so I won't be here. I'm gonna go into the woods. I'm gonna go into the wilderness. Where, you know, you can't really live stream from the wilderness. So that's gonna be the plan. So we'll see. Maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe I usually stream Wednesday nights anyway, so maybe we'll do that. We're free, yeah, until tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I still have to, like, I have to get a video edited for a sponsorship approval and stuff, and yeah, so I don't know. Everything is all just kind of like up in the air right now, so I don't really know how it's all gonna work out, but we'll figure it out. I don't know. Try to do one more live stream tomorrow. I'll try to work my ass off to get my video done tomorrow, and then show up and live stream with you guys at night again. Oh, I will enjoy the woods. It's gonna be nice. It's already so like hella hot in Phoenix, so it's nice to go up north and get out of the heat. But anyway, yeah, thanks for all the gifted memberships, all of the super chats today. And of course, thank you for being here. And thank you for being you. I really do appreciate you all being here. It means a lot to me. So, all have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.